I'm so excited about this matchup because ENCE were really the only team that have ever tested Spacestation in terms of the type of counter picking we saw from them yesterday. The Kai Bastion, the Vestola Sigma, even Kevster being able to play something just a little bit different. We saw Sojourn actually, which I think is unique pick to see out of Kevster, even though he's a phenomenal Flux DPS player. But Spacestation opting not to have Backbone in this roster when that Symmetra was such a key piece of being able to just get onto the backline, I think is so interesting. And you heard that there first, that it's going to be Tracer here if Psycho's in the roster, and no Symmetra.
Yeah, no Sim, only Trey. And now with ENCE rolling out on what they've been playing against Spacestation Gaming in the last
No, we've seen Bastion before.
The Bastion from Kai has been just superb to watch. The nade in the windows from Crimzo.
Soldier Bastion
as well. Could be quite scary for
versus Cast Tracer.
If you're Psycho on the Tracer.
It should be good.
Cool, of course. Swift rotation from ENCE. They try and get a good overlook over this point.
Swallowed the water down the wrong
Soldier's
pipe
interesting
there.
Because you have the legs to be able to move around the map, and that's why you see Kevster taking this wide.
Well, that's how you want to play this as
Kevster.
Kevster.
Really great to mark down somebody like
You just run around in circles.
him to have to use the recall.
Never give them an easy dive target.
Very stable in this position.
If they don't go for you, you just do this. Also, doesn't that weapon skin sound so cool?
Down by Psycho. Yeah, like you mentioned, doesn't have recall. Should have it in just a moment, you'd imagine. There it is. 13 HP for Kevster, though. Narrowly escaping the wrath of Psycho.
Yep.
Spacestation Gaming, all this meanwhile.
Got Brock. It didn't hit, but it was cool. Huge pick by Kevster.
Kevster on yet another flank. Landon spotted him from a
Ooh.
away, but no lamp. In fact, through the lamp.
This is why it's such an effective strategy, is because like you have to concentrate on so many angles that if the soldier does exactly that with the patience, you see that. Good start.
Spacestation.
Good start by ENCE.
Spacestation
Honestly.
With Sparker going over to the Ashe now, as ENCE now gained some percent.
Oh, they saw Team Overwatched, yeah.
Oh, that Ashe was
they just need the diva now.
As well.
We really set the strategy for this map. What can we say, chat?
Retake we saw from Spacestation on Esperanza after ENCE had already been up like 100 meters in that map, and Sparker had this big hero play with the Ashe, the dynamites, the Bob usage, just so smart at recognizing when to go for those.
Landon going super aggressive there, almost one-shotting Kevster. Nice little whip shot onto Landon.
Don't you love when you see a BAP go in for a 1v1, survive it? I mean, it's actually very winnable here by... Wow, what a turnaround by ENCE right there. That was huge.
It's very tough to fight into
that was huge. Nice job.
Trying to make a play with his own. And his ENCE control the points.
All right, we'll see how this goes.
Forbidden combo coming up as well. Only a couple of percentage points away from Vistola's.
And now this is first to 4, right? Yes, it is.
Yeah, and with the Soldier ultimate too, I think Tactical Visor here could also be really fundamental. Like if you force out the barrier from Funny Astro with that Funny combo, then maybe you're just able to go in and clutch the backline with the Visor.
You love this Bastion play even though you had to buy 20 gifted because you said they wouldn't keep doing it? Oh yeah, you did have to gift 20 yesterday because you said that you would gift 20 if they kept doing it. So that right there is the Sigma ult combo. I love the spectator view of like the Soldier ult. It's so scuffed, but it's great. You know, this is one of those maps that when you have like this very like, it's kind of the reason why I know this is like completely different comparison because of the teams, but the reason why this strat works so well when we were doing it on Overwatch is because there's no like teamwork aspect of like what you're doing. Well, there is teamwork, but you're trying to basically create 5 different angles and just make plays. That's what you do. So if you're a team like Spacestation who plays a little bit like strong as a unit, it becomes tough on this map specifically. Like I expect a little bit better from like you'll see Spacestation will have a better time in the next few maps, but this is pretty good. Also, we got Reinhardt again. Once again, going back to what? Yep, you go Rein for the Sigma and apparently the Bastion, but mainly for the Sigma.
Unfortunately, killing himself with the nade. Psycho's got to wait for those hands before that pulse bomb can come out, but someone's going to have to achieve.
I don't even think he's in a pulse bomb.
But Crimzo refusing to let him go down. Hardy with a double fire strike.
Okay.
Kill, though, in the backline. Okay.
I mean, we saw this yesterday at a Spacestation, by the way. Many times they switch Reinhardt and won. Will ENCE make a swap from Sigma, or are they going to commit to this play? Okay, so they're going to commit to the Bastion play. But they go to May now. Okay. A little bit of back and forth now.
Something that a lot of teams have identified.
Yeah, yesterday we talked about it where I would have liked to see them go Symmetra a little bit more.
It's a little bit easier to be able to get the damage down.
Because a lot of the time they're swapping off of this comp. They have the Reinhardt make it harder for the Sigma. So if the Sigma can still work here, but like the Symmetra gives you a little bit more wiggle room and makes the Reinhardt have to play even more passive. Because you're still going to have the Bastion. But one of their like win condition strategies is Bastion Sigma. So what they do is they basically just have the Bastion and the Sigma combo and ultimate together, and it creates an opportunity to win. So, what a play. There's the window, but they can flip sides here now. They just don't want to get dynamite. It missed. Oh, Sparker missed the dynamite. That's so rare. They're a little bit late on the combo, but yeah, Brock! Okay, so ENCE is going to take the first round of this in a pretty close matchup, but it's good to see it, and they're making it work. But what a play by Vistola there on Sigma. Good first round. Next two maps, though, is where I'm really going to question that. I give them this map, you know what I'm saying?
Though, bringing Hottie back out on the Reinhardt, being able to just walk past the Sigma shield and swing the hammer away is definitely one way to be able to approach this Sigma composition from ENCE. But this is sort of what we expected out of an all-star roster that ENCE is bringing.
You were favoring SSG, but Vistola went Sigma, so now you're split.
They have great recognition of each individual hero, and you're seeing that in full force here with all of those counter picks. They're also the only team that has tried this against Spacestation, and once again, I feel like we're sort of living in yesterday where Samoa just took Spacestation by so much surprise. So Spacestation are going to have to come up with some adjustments.
Yeah, Control as well as a game type does really kind of promote these counter swaps. You
okay,
need
here we
to
go.
be able to counter swap on the fly, and it's exactly what ENCE has kind of been doing. Kevs are rolling out on the Tracer though, no May, because they're not seeing the Ryan just yet. Kind of waiting for the counter swaps, right? Hardy on the ramp.
They won't do the counter swap yet. They're going to go with their default comp. Symetra's still pretty good against what they're running. Huge dynamite. But if Crimzo has a burst heal coming up, they're going to survive that and get a lot of ult charge. Crimzo needs to get that burst heal, though. Wasn't able to have it in time. Must use it probably. Lucio won, though. What a trade. 3v3 right now. I don't know who's going to win this. Hottie's already low. Bap's on the high ground. They recognize this, but this actually gives a little bit more opportunity for, I was going to say. That basically means that like if they don't go for Landon, then there's an opportunity there. But instead they did, and then they made the play. So in theory, this team fight should go to ENCE. Good job. Good play. Good start.
Ooh,
that was such a good dynamite too by Sparker.
So another look that we get a chance to see out of ENCE once again, counter swapping.
Kai with a huge pick.
Kai
now keep in mind one slight advantage that ENCE does have going into this match is they're warmed up, right? As actually somebody just typed that at the same time. So it might take SSG like, you know, a half a map to kind of really get that going. And now we see Sparker on cast, and they love to have Sparker on cast. We've seen some dominating performances. That is Jaws.
The rest of the team can kind of run in. This window is going to be quite frustrating for them to deal with, though. Look at the position, too. I mean, they're all carrying this mega health.
Kevster has Pulse Bomb coming up. Pistola does Brig all. I mean, so far, this Pulse Bomb could be huge in the Brig. I think they're going to go for the Brig, too. Ooh, Orisa used Javelin Spin. Orisa's a free. Yeah. I don't know what happened there. They just got super low, and then they all fell over. That was a weird team fight. Because I don't think, like, that's a team fight where I don't feel like SSG did anything super special against them, and then they just won the team fight. It was interesting. I feel like they gave them too much map control. Like, way too much map control.
Deal with the Tracer and negate a lot of that poke damage. Good positioning from Psycho.
Right, and Masa was not with the rally yet, so that would have been a really good.
You said ENCE win Orisa, you're going back to SSG now? Listen, wow, that is tough. Spacestation used 3, I was going to say. ENCE is probably happy with that. A little bit of an over-ult there. A little bit of an over-ult.
Couple of seconds, if that. I mean, that is a big ultimate dump there from Spacestation.
All right, we'll see what's next.
A lot of ults. I don't know if they needed that many. The Sound Barrier was nice to have as a response to the rally, just so you can kind of keep up with all of that shield that the Brig is giving over, right? But now you have a couple less tools in the bank. Sparker with a Deadeye, though. There's no Symmetra teleporter this time to be able to help Sparker wrap around the team. So he's just
I mean, what do you even do right there? Psycho with a huge pick. Okay, Psycho's popping off now. Remember, we've hit that map. We've hit that like half a map mark now, right?
Oh,
Now they're starting to lock in a bit more. So for ENCE, like,
they're
they
buying Spacestation so much time.
I'm trying to think of like
Still have
how
that
you would
Defiant.
want to
They can
play
still
this
get
here, but
set up
you
on
need
the
to
high
take
ground
away
if they
the
want
right
to.
side of the
They
map.
can use
That
that
is the
Dead
first step.
zone
Take
away
away right
ENCE.
side, control this area,
Make sure that they can tie up
make
this
sure you
map.
don't get angled
They still
on,
have yet to
go in.
use
They're probably going to
the
high
bulk
noon
of
as they
their
turn the corner because they don't
ultimates.
have much.
They could have even another amplification matrix in this fight, but they got to get in there.
Oh, look at his headshots. All those skulls building up too. Hardy taking that damage straight
All
to
right.
the face. He's going to get healed up. He's on Nemesis form, of course, as well. Had his arms
Wait
crossed.
for
So
it.
all the armor, all the additional.
And that's just a good play by Kai.
3-tap from Kai. Astro probably.
Gap is low.
Shouldn't have gone too close to him. Or
Gap is low.
closer to Landon to get healed up.
Wow.
A little rough
They
with
did
Kai
flip the
trying to
point,
push
though,
it
which is
into
good.
the
Vistola
3-tap.
still has ultimate coming up
Spacestation
also.
still
They need to make sure they
fighting
keep Crimzo
right
alive,
now.
but I don't know where.
Just below Sparker and Hardy.
Okay, Masa has him alive now.
Needs to be able to get
I do
forced
like the
out,
swap they made to
forced
Lucio, too. I think
recall.
this is going to play a little bit more into their play style. Sparker does have it, but I think if you let Vistola go in there and make a play to it, then they can actually force out a lot of cooldowns and then keep the map control they have to get the win. It's going to be on Vistola, though, to make this play.
Terror Surge too.
Like they're in a spot where Vistola goes in.
Spear spin, Terror Surge, just grab two. Astro going a little bit low, but dashing back behind that window.
I see. Oh, what a hinder!
Pretty easily, and Sparky gets his revenge.
But that's what I liked about that play there, though, was that you kind of go in with your ultimate, you disrupt their play. Very well played there by ENCE. Very well played. And honestly, I think ENCE is just going to win this. Funny Astro has to touch.
Someone's going to have to touch here. It's probably going to be Astro. He has got soundbar. He might have to just soundbar.
There's the
himself,
boop.
But a boop from Masa. There's the beat. Can they actually get to the point in time? The spear spin's good.
And ENCE takes map 1.
Wow, the spear spin to just keep the Lucio back. No, you had to go to the sound barrier there, but I almost felt
There we
like
go. We got a map.
major-
And that was a great job by Vistola, by the way, to make that aggressive play. Because if you wait too long there, that's what you want to do. You want to go in there. You want to make an aggressive play. You want to get their cooldowns out. You want to disrupt what they're doing. They disrupted what they were doing, and they got the dub. Great play by ENCE. Started to see SSG pick it up a little bit towards the tail end of that second map, or the second round. So I definitely expect a bit of a better performance out of SSG going into Midtown. They're warmed up now. ENCE has already been warmed up. I imagine this series is going to go... I don't think this is going to be a 4-0. I don't think it's going to be a 4-0. I think it's going to be a close series. So I'm excited. This is going to be good.
Still not going to be a Symmetra at play. So Psycho...
No, they're doing Tracer.
Roster. Should mean that we see more Tracer, but ENCE, the onus really is on them to kind of figure out how they want to approach.
I mean, I can see why they wouldn't sub out Psycho there anyway. Psycho played well. Am I going to do Spectate and after WCS? I recorded 2 earlier, so no. I do about 2. Peps is out. They had a great series. They lost 3-0, but it was like they were one team fight away on essentially all the maps. It could have went either way.
It really is that bad. Oh my word, they really did just add that. That's insane. Really?
It's only for you.
God damn those pigeons.
Okay, here we go.
That's how the production shows that they love you,
clearly.
Joss.
Feet. Thanks to the 33 months. The British friends. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Compliments, by the way. Something that Pelican was showing off a little bit earlier on in NA was this Torbjorn. Double turret. You got Kai on Bastion, Kev on the Torb, and yeah.
Reinhardt.
Spacestation see this, and I think this might be a switch to Ryan.
Yep.
There it is. Okay.
Because they saw the Sigma. They like to play Ryan against the Sigma comp.
The shield is just so nice.
They're
too.
comfortable
It's
with it.
like
Ryan's good
quick
against
on
Sigma.
rotations
They might
that,
go up here to like distract them for a second,
just
scout, and then
understand
push
to
up.
throw inside and
Or they're just
out.
going to go for it.
But
This
the
is
torque,
rare.
That really does throw kind of a space
Remember how this was
where
with
it's
Midtown
like,
used to be
oh,
played right when the
wow,
map was first
flanks
out?
is
Like
like,
everybody
oh,
went
Psycho's
this way because it
Tracer.
seemed like the correct way to
So
go.
Psycho's gonna have to play a little
And then
bit
quickly
more
realized it
team
wasn't.
while they figure out a way to dislodge this Torbjorn turret.
Speaking of which,
They're getting spammed out by Sigma. But I'm saying Vistola's going to be having a blast on ult charge.
So people have to peek it to kill it.
There's the aggression. They got their cooldowns up. They're going in. Kevster's just spamming out the Tracer as much as possible. Needs to help a little bit more with the Rhine shield. This is a very methodical take by SSG. They've gone a minute without doing anything. But overall, their goal is to get to the point. They want to, like, the problem is that they want to get to the point, but they're going to keep spamming them out, and that's why Vistola's running away from the Rhine. Do you see that? So you might be like, oh, why are they trying to flank? Or like, why is Vistola like doing that? It's because Vistola wants to create that space, right? So Vistola's going to go to the left side and stay away from the Rhine.
This is going to be a flux for Vistola already.
Oh, I was going to say, the way they were playing that, Vistola was going to have a field day. They've got to track that Sigma. They know it's going to happen.
A flux this early, I think it's just insane.
They're going to go super early here too.
Oh, you can flux that too.
There is the
Huge lamp.
Taking Landon through the window, and Kai just riddling them with bullets. Here comes the flux on the point. Does land.
Oh, it's a good flux.
And no way Funny Astro survives that one. Not without the sound barrier. Is Vestola alone right now in a 1v2 situation?
Damn, good try by Vestola. Space Station played that well, though.
A lot of their damage obviously ended up
very slow, methodical take. Got to give him credit. Got to give him credit. That was very well done.
With the help of Psycho, end up taking that point. A lot of ult investments, and you can see Vestola switching over to the Orisa to try and counteract Hardy.
That's very well played.
I think we're going to see that a lot. It's just like Vestola's comfort is on the Sigma, but if that doesn't work, then Vestola can always pick out that Orisa. And he's been so good at being able to isolate the backline and just being able to push when maybe Hadi's a little too far forward. Hadi loves to play this Reinhardt.
I love that they're running Tor Bastion now. Isn't it great we're in a day of Overwatch that we're watching a grand finals of a match?
Couple of hit markers, no kills.
We're watching a grand finals of a match and we're seeing Kevster and Kai play Tor Bastion. Like, isn't that great? I think they might swap off those heroes soon, by the way. You know what I mean? Like, we're in a day of Overwatch of a grand finals, and we have Kevster and Kai on Bastion Torb. Kai's switching off right now. Probably Cassidy's my guess. Maybe Sojourn. Nope, I was wrong. Kevster will make... Oh, wait, no, there we go. Okay, there's Sojourn. Kevster wants to swap, but not yet. Probably to Tracer.
Saw how high he flew up into the ceiling. But Kai's going to switch over to the Sojourn. And so has a lot of pressure here to be able to...
Big slam!
Oh, they ended up blocking out. A lot of that damage coming through from that shatter. It did land.
Yeah, but like sometimes with a shatter, it's the thought that counts, right? You know what I mean? Like it's the thought. Like you know what? We didn't get anybody with his shatter, but it's just the thought that counts. Ooh, Psycho has decent position on the brig. Yep. Dude, Psycho's really good. Like Psycho's really good. And see? They won that off the tail end of a shatter. All I'm saying, right, chat? All I'm saying. Did they or did they not win the team fight when they shattered? It's the thought that counts, and they won off of that. They rallied around the shatter.
Spacestation won that fight without Hadi there either. Like he was coming back on the Ramatra, just walking. And
you said they would have won without a tank. You could argue that most teams can do that right now.
Just like, oh yeah, we've got the point. No worries.
In rank, that is.
Yeah, I love that. Just being able to grab that high ground here for Sparker, especially when he has the Bob to just help keep this card.
This has been a common swap here, Widow. You play this doorway, you have good angles to get out.
The Widow.
Only concern I have is the Tracer. They need to find a double whammy strat here. Yeah, Tracer on cart, right? I think they're looking for the Tracer shot.
You can hit, right? So there you go. There's a bit of a copium for you.
Yeah, I mean, they shot the feet. Oh, nice shot. That's a reset. One thing Space Station's very good at, they recognize the team fight's gone, they just leave. They know the Ashe is up there, though.
I'm curious if we do see a switch from Sparker, but not fully known for the Widow play.
Good flank.
Nice rotation now from ENCE. Especially without your Batiste, you really want to just push...
Yep. See, I recognize that Widow gameplay right there, you know?
And Vestola can push so far forward.
Very relatable, to say the least. Okay, so Space Station has beat. They might want to use it aggressively, but ENCE isn't going to allow that to happen. ENCE is going to use this window when they find the right moment. They might wait on a timing with like a charge shot or maybe like the Widow to be at a good angle, but they're going to window this pretty soon. They don't want to give the space to Space Station. They want to be able to take that away and then go in there, but like... Space Station's also not making it easy on them. They're trying to build up their own window. So as you can see, they're at 96%. They're going to window now 100% when they find an opportunity because they just saw the javelin spin. There's the window. Huge shot by Kevster, though.
The window down, thought he was safe. No one's safe.
And Kevster knew where they were.
Oh my god, and he rips another one too. I mean,
what a shot.
Fight's well and truly over now.
I think we're all a bit disappointed that he hit the shot on the Lucio there, but we'll accept those other two shots, right? You know?
The rest of the team just has to back up.
Yep, now they back up. Reset. ENCE is happy. They used one ultimate. They used one ultimate to win that fight, and it was Widow Walls. So now ENCE can use Window, and they can keep preventing this type of team fight. At the very worst, they'll just trade out windows, but they can definitely win this. Funny, Astro has beat. Masa's a little bit behind on beat, but I don't think they have that tracked. They probably have Masa, probably haven't beat or really close to it. Tracer has a decent spot, but yeah, see, Kai and Kevster are helping each other a lot. They use their Bob early. Bob's going to fall over because they engage with Bob. They do get a pick on Kai, though. But then Kevster with a huge shot. I mean, even if Psycho gets the pick here, that was, I'm going to be honest with you, chat. That was a legitimate... That was a legitimate zone and pulse bomb, and it resulted in an actual limb. I want to point that out. That was a legitimate zone and pulse bomb that ended up in a limb because the Tracer was able to kill the Orisa. They can still tap point though. Space Station's just trying to see how far they can get the card. They're gonna back up.
But not everybody's there.
Heidi's gonna back up. Yep.
So the respawn advantage from ENCE is going to get.
They still have beat Soldier and walls again soon.
Kevster gets to still take this angle as the Widowmaker, and Vistola's found Sparker.
Watch your head, Landon.
Just back up.
Only 50 seconds.
Well, they got Orisa low, so it was worth trying to all-in commit to the Orisa for a second just in case. They didn't get the limb, but I think the risk-reward play there is worth it. Kai doesn't have the ability to keep the shots up, which is fine. Yeah. They're going to wait that out. This is going to go down to like an overtime fight. I do want to say, ENCE is technically in... they have window on Space Station, but ENCE in theory has good opportunity here to make a play. Pistola's in a good spot where they have to play an angle. They're taking technically 3 angles. It's almost like a triangle. You can kind of see how they're set up. Kai obviously has Sojourn ultimate, is able to get early shots. But Psycho does get the pick on Widow, which is really good. They're going to have to use Beat soon just to be able to buy time. So you're going to buy time to be able to build your Kitsune. That's why they're going to use this. They need to use it beforehand, though. If they let anybody die here early, that's it. And that's why they use Beat. Now they can Kitsune. Good pulse bomb. Great pulse bomb at that. Ended up not being worth it because they were getting the limb anyway. But now it gets a little bit wild. Sparker's being very methodical with the shots, hitting shots. You're going to see a bit of a Sojourn flank there. Does get Sparker low. The target call could be that, but then Sparker gets 2. Almost gets 3, and then they end up capping the point. Last second. Good defense, good attack. I think both of those are really good. Let me go finish this workout, chat. I have one more set on this one, okay? Be back 1 second.
Specifically Kevster on the Widowmaker. You got to be happy with that defense.
Kevster just lights out. Absolutely shutout performance here for the defense. Pick after pick, as soon as Space Station was there, had those sights up for so long as well. Just got so many rotations of that to just buy even more time off the clock for Space Station to make their push. Like they had to send like a whole unit of
the whole squad looking at him
to get rid of him.
It's ridiculous. Let's get a small listen in though with ENCE. Got to plan their attack phase.
I think we can.
Yeah, you can. I go late, man.
Do we want to play Pepper Break?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
pick or lose, yeah.
I think Pepper Break.
Break.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys think we run up the stairs? I feel like that's such a fucking troll strat. Like, I feel like
go through terrain. I don't mind.
What hit scan do you want?
3 for sure into that. I think. Well, I don't know. It's more up to you, I guess.
Okay. Just play Cray, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, let's push them off the train. Let's go through the train. I'm not gonna push them off. Fuck it. Push them off and then we go down together. Make sure we 3, 2, 1 the corner.
Keep forcing ramp cooldowns. When we play Pep Breaks,
We're good.
All right, there's the plan. Now to set it in motion. Take the train, push them off high ground. 3, 2, 1 the corner. All push at the same time. Try and find a pick.
Have the Cassidy out as well.
How was the...
So one way that ENCE know that they are going
How are the
to be
comms
able
there?
To take these fights.
You said no way.
Especially
I think
if
Widow
they
is
can all play
easy.
Together like this. Kevster's looking for that.
Did I ever say that at all?
Maybe just through the window to try to nail somebody in the back line. Look at it wrapping around to those stairs.
Someone's gonna have to pay attention to.
I don't think at any point did I say that.
Vestola pushes on to the high ground, spearing Hardy off.
Oh, someone else suggested? I'm like, I didn't say anything about that.
But unable to do so, as there's no Nemesis form anymore. Small weight there, just don't want to walk into that vortex. Give Hardy some additional ult charge, and obviously chunk everybody down, so they're just going to wait that one out.
They were responding to a copy pasta? Oh, no.
At least the high ground portion of it. But this window from Crimso super early, too. And it's 20% away.
Oh, what a start. What a fast window, by the way, too.
One of the best players we
have. I mean, they just win that team fight. I don't think they can sustain the...
Just unable.
I mean, actually, huge trade on the back line. I mean, Hardy's won, they know that.
Really just nailed one of the best players on Space Station, fight after fight.
And they know they have to as well, because Landon has been such a big difference maker in the long.
Oh, what a hinder attempt!
Has to just elongate these fights because of
Tracer can touch. They can still go for this. Nope, they're giving it up. They're giving it up. All right, good first point for ENCE.
Push. You get the card.
What do we have? High Noon, Pulse Bomb, Orisa Ultimate, Brig out.
We have so much more to cycle through.
We'll see how it goes.
This rally up pretty shortly, but I'm just looking at Kai with the Deadeye right now. He's been so clean with the shots already. Imagine what he might be able to get done with that Deadeye on an angle.
Yeah, a lot of that additional healing is coming from the fact that Master can't proc Inspire a lot of the time, so when they're pushing high ground, most 99% of the healing is coming from Crimzo, so Bastion obviously perma-healing with the Aura. So that's why Landon wasn't able to get this online at the same time. Here's the High Noon.
Good High Noon. Just cleanse. I mean, not cleanse. They just kind of clearing out the area. I don't mind like a. I don't mind High Noons like that. Oh, the Pulse Bomb play. Actually, the window ended up being perfect. That ended up being like a last-second Pulse Bomb hoping for the best, but ended up being a good play. Oh, it's such a tough 1v1.
This rally from Master's good, but the instant overhealth from the.
Oh, the health back. Oh no, the BAP seal. That's cheating. I mean, honestly, that was a good play.
They're going to hold them at these doors and trying to hold super far up as well. Payload hasn't got too far to move back, Rose, but every single second counts.
Spacestation wants to hold close here.
I mean, you saw the duel.
They need to buy time. They had a bad
Capsule
first point, so like this is where they gain some of that momentum. That's why the Ramatra is going to play around the cart and play that angle. They're going to play the other side. So a lot of teams like to default to high ground, but they know that they just can't give them that free space because if they lose.
This window from Crimzo again, so it's not too bad of a way to push them back.
And good play.
Like Psycho, like Spacestation, they're playing.
It's a good setup right now. Like even if like Spacestation loses this team fight here, they've already done enough to give them a much more comfortable second point in the sense of something. So.
Sparker in a little bit of trouble though. Here comes the window, perfectly placed there. Got to get a good angle onto that point, and Vestola's trying to force the back line out, get them away from the front line.
Nice javelin.
Rips
interesting ult. Yeah, very interesting ult. I was going to say, like, it didn't feel like that was going to get value. I mean, they're still in the team fight, so, like, in theory, they have it. They need to start moving up, though. Yeah, there we go. And they go.
They're happy if they're scrappy.
Spacestation.
Actually thought about switching over to the Winston.
Spacestation kind of falls back.
To the Ramatra.
Spacestation falls back. They regroup, and then they get a huge pick on Crimzo right from the get-go. That's the last thing they needed. And now they can drop down.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're gonna drop down again. They don't need to control the high ground as much anymore.
Just a vendetta.
We'll see how they do. No, they're gonna go with high ground. They feel like the cart's at a spot now where like they can flip the map on them. They don't want that to happen, so it makes sense. Basically, if ENCE is able to flip the map on them if they're playing that off angle, they can push the cart really far where the cart's at. So they don't have the extra cart cover that helps them at the other angle, so it makes sense as to why they're doing that play. Oh, what a boop, though! Tracer has no recall! Damn. It's a Risal time, chat. They've hit that moment. There's a moment where I think Orisa could actually pull them down from the high ground. But by the way, see what they did? This is what they were afraid of. They were afraid of this flip. Good beat. I mean, that was a really good beat. Huge stick, though!
Not enough overhealth there to save Sparker from the pulse bomb.
Health pack, nice. No cooldowns left for Kevster, though.
Get out of there quite quickly.
Yeah, I was gonna say they traded on the tank there, but like that was a good pick. Like obviously the last thing that ENCE wants to do is lose a DPS in that moment, especially Kevster, right? So it was a pulse bomb decision right there, but it has pretty much full Tracer cooldown. So.
Fence isn't dead though.
Oh, what a hinder!
There's enough time for Hottie to be able to get back. Sparker has the Deadeye
too,
so it might allow for some time here for Spacestation to catch their breath. But Masa has a Sound Barrier. Crimson once again with another window means that you just have so much firepower.
Such a good angle for the window again. Hardy's trying to block a lot of that damage off, just using his big burly body. But here comes the Sound Barrier from ENCE.
Hottie's gonna fall over though. Oh, the lamp!
My word, there's just no
the hinder though. What a hinder! But they take Crimson out again.
Still using the spear spin to push him into the rest of the team. Nowhere can Spacestation kind of position themselves.
0.01 meters. Oh no!
They still come up with a kill on the DPS of ENCE. Sparker just.
But right-click Randy had something to say about that. 0.01 meters.
No way.
There were any penalties in what event?
For Sparker, see how quickly they were able to delete Vestola, and Vestola didn't have enough sustain to be able to go down with the Terra Surge or just any sort of follow-up, even if he had been able to use that ultimate. So ENCE,
Orisa ultimate.
They are up against the clock here. Jaws, they might not be able to
High
finish
Noon.
this map, especially with where that card is. Spacestation just have this high ground control.
Well, they're gonna have a touch at the minimum. Here is the High Noon on height. Spacestation Gaming They're going to back
Here
off
we
just
go.
a little bit, so ENCE use that single ult to regain
gonna be aggressive.
control of that high ground that they had a little bit earlier on. Kevster with the touch.
Yep, good
No
touch.
C9's here. Now it's Vestola's
There's
turn.
the window.
It's
Vestola's gonna kind of turn on.
early on, because look at that window. Sound barrier couldn't come in quick enough, but Master's
Oh, good timing on the ult. That was, I mean, it helped survive. Oh, what a high noon. Sparker gets 3 or 2, but it looked like 3. I think that's it. Unless Kevster can pop off last second, that's it. What a map. I mean, honestly, ENCE wasn't even playing that, like, terrible. Spacestation just made great plays. Wow.
Kind of what we saw yesterday. Samoa went ENCE's
Wow.
favor, but after that, it
What
was
a
good
game.
on
These
all
are good games so far,
Station.
Chad. This really could go the distance.
He
says, "Is this Lonnie approved?" Lonnie will
to
probably be the one that goes and buys
Symmetra.
everything there. She'll
But,
be like, you know what? I know we're gonna go and get
We've always
this.
looked at this type of map. We've always just seen.
You saw
sort
the
of
you saw the
Ramonchi
interview
here from
Lonnie had
Spacestation.
earlier that we
Let's
showed
hear
you.
what
Like,
they've got
she's
to
a memer.
say about heading into
She's a
this
memer.
next map.
Love that.
Okay, let's listen to the comm chat. I'm gonna not be talk for a second.
I would love that.
Alright.
Let's go, guys.
Every cooldown for the flip.
Happy
out.
out.
They don't know how to fucking deal with this shit.
Fighting!
Fighting!
Go to far flip.
Yeah, bar flip.
Far flip is. Oh wait, are they going all the way right side through the doorways?
Okay.
Oh, they're not gonna expect it.
3, 2, 1.
They are expecting it. Look where they're playing. Didn't they just say they're not ready for it, and they literally were standing on the bridge waiting? Their call out was, they're not ready for the flip, and meanwhile, ENCE is standing AFK on their own bridge.
Yeah, we could both support. They legit get nothing from this, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Bastion May, by the way.
Yeah, Lonnie linked me a video of her from like 13 years ago where she did an interview with Nick Jonas.
Had a game
Wow.
plan. They knew exactly what Space Station are doing there. Nice boot from Master as well. Just pretty much ending the fight.
Oh, that was
Just getting
great.
the map off the map.
How do they expect that? Guarantee they run that. 1000%, that is a strat Space Station always does. ENCE did their research and just waited for it.
How about that one? What the hell? It was like 10 seconds, it felt like.
Yeah, not bad, not
Didn't
bad.
get too much bot
But still
progress.
fighting over the neutral. Yeah. Not much to work with on either side either, but you still get a chance to set up with this teleporter. So
Yep.
if ENCE want to hold this corner,
I mean, that's just great
you might
research.
wanna watch out for where Backbone.
Bastion May now? Woo!
Yeah, of course, Kai, and something we...
That was great. I love that their call was, though, they don't expect this. They were just standing there AFK.
Willy-nilly, just waits for them to either go 3-2-1, try and make a push, or they wait for Space Station to go really aggressive on them, then pops the turret form so they can respond with a ton of damage, and then just pile as many resources as they can into Kai. It's very much like protect the president com, like protect Kai, make sure he can survive. And hit
Okay, you ready for the window?
shift.
Apparently,
There's Kai.
Space Station wasn't.
And landed
Wait, did they
Steph on
beat
the
that?
front
Really?
door.
I think they might just be able to shred the...
From Hardy, but Kai just sits there, pretty much 100% HP the entire time.
I mean, I'm going to be real with you. I feel like
He was right in their face. You saw the sound barrier on top, and
they can get the
he was
bot
just
going during this,
measuring
too.
it.
I feel like they overcommitted their play right there.
Like,
right?
They didn't stand a chance with that annihilation.
They're going to wait to kill the
He
Sam.
saw
Like,
it pop that, and then he
that
just
was as
instantly
good as it gets
died.
for ENCE. I mean, they're going to do
This guy
the...
was right
They're going to
in
do the
space,
Bastion ult combo right now,
down
so
with
expect
the
a
Bastion
really
turret
aggressive
form.
Sigma ult with a
So
Bastion.
ENCE, they
The
actually
reason why they're going
started
high ground here is to
making
get vision of that
progress
place,
on
so they're going to
this
have the
pushback.
Bastion be in the back top right,
Vistola,
where, like,
Kai,
Vistola
they've got the
was.
forbidden combo
They're going to
with
ult
the
early, and they're going to go
Red
for that
Wolves
combo, because they know that if they get this combo, they're going to get the
So
checkpoint.
Vistola, he
They want to
could
delay
just
as much
hold
time, they're going to do it
with
soon. They
this.
have to watch out for the TP play, though. The TP play behind them is, yeah, I was going to say.
There it is. There's the flux.
And there's no barrier.
Here's one. Can they follow up some extra damage from Kai? Blizzard from Kevster deployed. Not many tools left in the bank.
Ooh, but they
for
do get
Space Station
Crimzo
to
early on, and they
survive.
have the window
This
there, so
overwhelming ult advantage coming through
this
from
will be
ENCE.
interesting.
Landon's got a
That 1v1 on cart is really important right now, but Kai...
Kai's got another nade
Oh,
for him.
no. Wait a second. This could actually still go very much in favor of ENCE. They don't have a... They don't have a BAP, so they need to be pretty careful here, but, like, at the very worst, I mean, yeah, they forced out a couple ultimates, and now we see the Reinhardt again. Same concept we need. I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like Vistola should make the swap to Orisa right now. No wait in here, switch off of the Bastion and the Sigma. Ramatra's fine too. I've been asking for the Ramatra in this comp anyway, so this is perfect. keeping the Bastion to go with the Ramattra, that makes more
We saw
sense.
Sparker do this yesterday though on Esperanza.
5
when
gifted
they were
subs if he gets
down
4 people
and
with the big
almost
slam.
helped
Not like in a
them.
limb,
Sparker
right? Just
came
5
from
gifted if he gets
scratch.
4
This
people
is big
down,
hero
correct?
plays because what a great
Because
place
that's
to get
asking
off.
for a lot. To
He
even
gets
get in a
so good
limb
at
with Shatter?
identifying when he can
Okay, as
actually
long as
use
it's
that
4
to
Shattered.
even
Come on,
show
Hottie,
off
get that
personal
Shatter!
advantage that the team might be lacking, or even just to be able to play as a tank.
Come on!
So fantastic recognition.
Uh-oh. It's a horrific day to be a Ram and May against this wall. They got a window, however, so that wall almost gets destroyed by just the sheer damage from the Bastion.
Oh, Bastion can break. Oh, wait a second. I forgot that Bastion can shred the wall. Big slam! That 1-2, that was 20!
And Funny Astro's there to finish off the kill. Sparker with a really nice angle on the backline, and ENCE now split up.
Here we
They
go.
do control the bot, but Kai is alone on the sidelines. That passive will kick in, so he's going to receive some natural
Let's be
healing.
honest, I'm just excited to see a big slam.
And Funny Astro
2
trying to
gifted if
secure the
Sparker
kill
gets
on the
4 in a
Bastion.
fight.
This bot is being
Come on,
stolen, and
Sparker.
some extra meterage
Come
too.
on,
So
Sparker. And they got the bot going the whole time.
Checkpoint in 3 meters. Kevster far
Honestly, a good play by
That was
Kevster.
Very close to Space Station losing checkpoint there.
Come on.
That was super close. I was not sure ENCE,
Oh,
Space
Ben,
Station
thank
were
you so
even gonna
much.
Be able to get back in time to contest that, because ENCE just snuck it away. But right in the nick of time, but this is kind of where like ENCE start to keep that advantage in the
I didn't
leadership
realize
they
that the
have,
Bastion
so
could technically
do
heck
kind
up.
of
Oh,
make
yeah. See you,
wacky
Ryan.
stuff like
Oh, wait, no,
that.
they windowed. Oh, wait a second, though. This is an interesting ultimate because, yeah, I was going to say, the Vortex. The Vortex hecked up. Oh, wow. What a play.
Fire them really quickly too. It can be tough for the bat to kind of react, especially if they've already used their exo boots too in their
Okay.
skies. That's a perfect time to use
Good
that
match
Bastion
so far.
Water Strike. All right, ENCE, they regain control.
Good
of that
match.
bot. Space Station, they're going to stick on Hardy on this Reinhardt. Normally, if they see Vestola swap, Hardy is also going to kind of counter swap him, but happy running the Reinhardt here, even though they got to know Kev's just got this Blizzard. Oh, good pin, but Hardy's dead. A little bit vulnerable there when you are.
That's pretty much the checkpoint. I mean, if they really need to, they can Ramattra ult
It's
this.
gonna be a rough retake here
They
for
have to
Space
rotate on
Station.
the Lucio. Lucio's going to back out
Control
soon.
the bot, and that checkpoint 3
I mean, it's a good job. Oh, with the Bob. Wait, they're committing to keeping this point. Okay.
I mean, the Bob, sure. Okay.
So they did Bob because they want to fight for the checkpoint and they believe they can, but honestly, like,
Crimzo falls, but
that might be the reason why they struggle on this map a little bit, because they just committed way too much here. I mean, I guess they get good spawns now.
Just to stall for enough time for Hottie to get back.
Nice shot by Backbone there on Kevster, too, to, like, really take that fight.
Able to get the contest before
Yeah, I don't know. This is going to be a tough one.
and might still lose this fight.
I mean, Kai's got another turret for him.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, did they get the checkpoint, though?
Okay.
Because that's what they wanted. They wanted the checkpoint. That's all that mattered to them, so.
I think that's Hardy's third return into.
But I feel like ENCE still has... Okay, come on, Hottie. I just need 4 down. You can get 0 limbs. There's 5 gifted on the line. I need you to hit this. Please. Please.
Oh, and he's air shatter too.
Oh, we'll get, like,
Space
replay
Station
codes for the
was
match? That might not be a bad
time.
idea.
I know they had
Please.
that hero push on Esperanza yesterday, but 3.5 minutes.
Big slam!
Been able to decisively win all these fights.
That's a shadow go, not sure.
Where'd it go? I mean, someone got shattered. Maybe 4 on a different map?
From ENCE. Landon and Backbone already going down, so Funny Astro thinking better than to use his sound barrier here. This wall, it phases a lot of teams. When Space Station do play other squads, the wall is really the big difference maker for
Oh, look at Crimzo's HP. That was so close.
Scrimming Space Station
Oh, that
right.
HP on Crimzo.
Christopher kind of saying in the interview too how they've been beating ENCE in scrims. But ENCE not phased at all by these tricky walls that Backbone is known to provide.
No, they had the checkpoint
Walls
before.
also just are
100%.
not effective if you've got the
Ramattra ult.
amplification matrix to counter it.
Ooh, if they can
You're
disengage this.
down before
Actually, I
you
kind of
can
like
get
that. Using the Mei wall to get on the Ramattra early to force out their cooldowns.
That's a really good wall from Kevster. Just trapping Hardy in, and then Kai just...
But I love how we have the Bastion meta out of ENCE. Wow, I'm gonna be honest with you. ENCE is taking a pretty large lead here. Like, for Space Station to bring this back, this is gonna be tough.
Space Station Gaming making swaps. Backbone onto the Mei now.
All right, well, if there is another player that could bring the Mei, it's definitely Backbone, another hero that he's very well known for.
Window time soon?
Kevster actually gets really low over on the side, but Space Station, they've got to win like 4 or 5 team fights in a row here, and they've all got to be very clean and very
Yeah,
decisive.
it's going to make this one hurt as well. Landon.
Do I have to look up for the names? What do you mean, like the player names? I know most of the player names on the roster, right? And what they're usually gonna play. I might get it wrong a couple times, but overall I do.
Versus Kevster and low ground. No one's dying in
I mean, at this point, they're just going to delay point as much as they can. Like, this is a lost fight for ENCE, in my opinion. So at this point, they're just going to kind of delay point any second they get right now. That was close to Sparker getting 4, right?
Minute and 30 to go. That's a lot of time burnt with 120 meters.
So ENCE is an outbuild mode now, chat. So what I mean by that is ENCE is just going to go into, we're going to build ults. They expect to lose these next team fights. What they need to do is get as many ultimates out as possible.
Especially when they have 4 ultimates
as SSG.
Sparker's trying to play.
All right.
He's got a bob.
He's going to try and go high ground.
So that's kind of what they're doing right now. They're trying to, ooh, I like this play. Kind of a flank bob.
He sees Marta. Oh, there's the bomb. Crimzo in trouble.
Oh, the lamp's hecked up. That's going to get him.
Straight into the loving arms of Hardy, who just pounds him.
And look at the L pool of Space Station. I'm going to be honest with you, chat. I'm not saying that Space Station will be able to bring this back and win this, but I want you to take a look at the ults right now for Space Station. They are in a very good ult economy right now. They have to win about 4 more team fights. So it's very important that ENCE recognizes they need to be patient here. But there's a chance here. There's a chance here.
Even this amplification matrix right here would be great to be able to push ENCE back. Force Masa to have to use his sound barrier to not respond to any other of the DPS ultimates.
Kevster and Kai have switched as well, and they're going to steal the bot. Kevster's stealing the bot. This is huge.
Wow, what a play by Kevster. Very clutch.
Okay, Space Station eventually get the bot back, but Kevster's stolen it again. They need to hit the rotation, but are they going to be quick enough? Landon's lamp's already down.
They're not even touching the bot. It's over. It's just over.
The stolen bots from Kevster. Nets ends the win.
I can't believe that. That was just a communication breakdown by SSG, but wow, what a map.
If Space Station want to change their tank setup, like mid-map, it's like, well, if they go to Ryan, I can just stick on the Mei. If they play the Ram, I can stick on the Mei. Like, Mei seems the best and most optimal choice for ENCE right now. Of course, that could change. With Vestola jumping onto the Sigma, we'll see how these 2 teams end up clashing in the mid. And his backbone sticking on the Sim.
And
so,
here we are.
Looking for big TP plays here. And Kevster, of course, can lock off.
They're continuing with the TP plays.
Keep it in mind. Very small.
Ooh, they went the same way, chat. Look at
people going through TP, and you can isolate people like that. So, got to watch out for it.
Not only that,
look at
though,
they
Kevster also has the ice block available, so
oh
it's not
no!
the easiest player to have to jump on.
That's rough. You look at the TP. Oh, there's a Sim, and Master's job there is just stand next to the teleporter with a boop, and whoop, Bob's your uncle. There you go. There's the point.
Huge.
Yeah, this is something
I mean, good start for ENCE.
struggled with yesterday. Typically, when we
wow,
see
they're in too.
They're
Wait
really
a second.
good at being able to use them to just get an aggressive.
What a
jump on
play!
The backline of whatever team.
Yep,
it is that
Brock.
they're playing against. But ENCE,
all right, chat.
they're
Get
not
ready for
taking
Reinhardt
it
in
lightly.
3.
They have the quick reaction time
2.
to make sure that they can go for
I underestimated the timer. 1. And they stayed Ramatra. All right, I was wrong.
They don't have access to it anymore, and then they're dead.
Anyone else missing
So
Orisa?
that's
Yeah, a
gonna be
lot of people have been
huge
asking for
take
Orisa.
here
It'd be
for
fun.
ENCE, not of just the flashpoint, but look at all that percentage they've already built up before Space Station can come back in. And they're gonna
Here we
have
go.
that
This Matrix is going to be so key. And that grenade, Landon's going to have to get his boots online. My word, you know that's heading straight for him. Or an icicle.
How many more teams after this one? After this match, it's going to the NA matches. So what we're going to do after this match, chat, is we have a sponsored stream with Overwatch. We're going to be talking about like the Battle Pass, the value of the Battle Pass. Basically a Battle Pass sponsored stream. We're going to be playing Overwatch with Flats and Seagull for 2 hours, and then we're going to return to probably watch the NA finals. I might miss the lower bracket.
That's first point for ENCE.
I might miss the lower bracket finals of NA, which is Toronto versus Students of the Game. But then we're definitely going to watch the finals based off of the timings. Does that sound good, chat? So we're going to get some gameplay for a little bit, for a couple hours, and then we'll watch the NA finals.
But this Mei is
Toronto should win, yes. I think Toronto will win.
Not only do you have the wall, like you were saying, for the teleporter, but the ice block as well, so you're not as easily able to get walked on. But then like,
it just means they play. I think they play 2 like.
That's stepping up to that Mei, like it's so much easier to take them out because they don't have the same escape.
Okay, what do we have here?
If their mobility is getting locked.
I mean, ENCE has great ult economy going in here, too. They have the Mei ult, they have almost a Sigma ult, they have Window. Like, they have a good opportunity to win this. They got to kill the Sim turrets, that's the first step. Perfect. They're going to get map control, they're going to give up the point, they're not going to try to contest that, that's the correct play. Now they're going to have Mei ult if they need it, but I think they want to save all their ults for Sigma ultimates. They have a time in here. And I think that's what they're trying to buy timing-wise now. That's why you're seeing the way they're playing this, is they want to use their combo. So I think they're going to be willing to just go, oh, wow. Yeah, Brock? The Mayel happened. What a boop! Wait a second. You see that boop?
On to land and straight back into his frosty death. A bob from Spark.
But wow. Spacestation wins that, too. That's unreal.
Providing covering fire from a bunker up on the high ground. Good turnaround from Spacestation there. Kevster managing to take out Landon again.
I mean, honestly, to that statement, Okar, I think, like, they just want to kind of get that out there with that, talk about it a little bit. There was a bit of confusion between, like, Mythic Prisms and how it works. Like a lot of people immediately went and, like, I think it's more about just clearing up how the Mythic Prism stuff works for the Battle Pass and the value of it. Because, like, obviously you can buy the Prisms for, like, $80, but every Battle Pass you can get a full Mythic. So it's just kind of getting it out there because, like, players, I think, some people have come to chat, like, can you believe the Battle Pass is, like, $80 now and all this? So it's like, we just try to... I think you're just looking to help clear up how their new system works. So I think that's what the sponsor stream will be about.
Here it comes, the forbidden combo.
Yeah, this is a combo.
Dead, so little rough. That's straight on top of the backline now as Landon does
pretty much a one-team fight for them though. So
directly with one of those mortars, but has to try and awkwardly play around this window now as Vestola is off angling.
Yeah, so that's essentially what the sponsor stream will be. And we just play Overwatch and just vibe on, have a good time. So. It's a pretty chill sponsored stream. So I'm like, yeah, of course, let's do it.
Hardy jumps off the map, goes for a quick reset as ENCE have
and now, if anybody calls us a shill, they're going to be correct for this sponsored stream, right?
They've already done a great job of that too, and coming back with the photon barriers really
so it's like, you know,
just to have that big shield. You don't have to have any fear of being able to walk up to that point and recontest it. The problem
no, the battle pass is not $80.
This amplification matrix to respond to that. He's done this so many times and just pop it back point.
Yeah, they're gonna put it up like a big shield. Gonna hopefully try and isolate Vestola.
Well, I was talking about it earlier. Like, no matter, you'll be like, yeah, I'm having fun with the game. Chill. Yeah, I think tanks are having like a bit of a chill. No, I'm saying the tanks are struggling. Chill. It's like, dude, I'm agreeing with chill. Like, I'm agreeing with chill.
Oh, Blizzard. Yeah, Sparker can't even go for a reflip here, retouch. OT and with the turret form,
yeah, and it's just
the Bob's gonna come in, does knock up the May, but a small little boop here from Master might just do it. Although the wall is just gonna stop Bob from doing all of anything. Bob's gonna eventually cap.
I'm confused. Maybe there's something I'm missing here, but like it feels like they just.
Backbone is bought enough time for the Tracer to come in. They force the recall. Here comes the second turret form of this fight.
I'm confused by that. That was very interesting because the Bob was not gonna. How come? Listen, someone in chat said if Sparker gets 4 limbs on one play, I get gifted subs, and ever since then, Sparker has not been getting a limbs.
Just such a big turnaround.
I'm blaming chat. We got I 5 gifted on a big shatter. They kept slamming walls. Like this is chat's fault.
Even the Bob, just not enough to be able to turn the tides when ENCE can play around that with the May wall and just have those answers to everything else. I think Crimzo also just holding on to those ant matrices for these photon barriers has been huge to mitigate the amount of advantage that can give over to Space Station.
Oh, that's true. I have no idea, but I want to go with that bit, so we're just gonna pretend, okay?
A little bit faster. Like,
all right, I need to keep that bit going. So, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. ENCE is playing lights out right now. Like they have a window, and the thing is, like you look at like the ult charge across the board, and in theory, you go, okay, Space Station should win that team fight, but they're just not. And like right now, ENCE is playing at another level that we haven't seen since last map.
Pretty quick.
I mean, look at this. Like, this is ridiculous right now. ENCE is popping off.
The forbidden combo. They've still got the flux, and they still got the mortar strike.
Yeah. And Funny Astro used the beat. So there's no answer that Space Station can come at this with outside of...
They have the ultimate combo, right? So ENCE is going to have to go through... Like, they're going to use this ultimate. If Space Station even... Oh, my. I mean, this is just one of those maps right now. Like, how often do you see, like, Kevster get, like, a pick on Funny Astro across the map as May? Like, this is just...
Space Station, their backs are against the wall on this one.
This is last team fight for Space Station, by the way, chat.
Lucio comes back quick, right? But
I know it's at 60%, but I think this team fight will get dragged out long enough to where, like, if Space Station doesn't win this, and, I mean, they have to win with a Ramatra ultimate, they might just be on to the next map already. Because you have Sigma ultimate with Bastion ult. You're going to see Kai start to back up in a second here. There's the ult. Delaying some time. Lifting the May up. They're going to put the shield in front. Up rock. It missed, but it looked cool. That's it. I mean, ENCE is about to take a 3-1 lead. Space Station needs to win 3 maps in a row to win this. Yup rock. I mean, this is unreal. ENCE is dominating right now.
Match point.
Like, dominating.
So close in their grasp. Space Station Gaming, they've got to find answers for this combo. They've got to find answers.
The thing is they can't figure it out now. It was working yesterday, but then the adjustments made by ENCE have been so good. Wow, what a game. Doing my next set, chat. 1 second.
And then the Blizzard to
What
lock
a game.
everybody down. Ramatra or
Okay, so Space Station on Samoa. Ooh.
Play that too.
What? Is this the map that ENCE won yesterday?
So that's very interesting.
I can't remember.
To see
There's a
how
map that
they're going to
Space Station struggled on. I can't remember if it was this map. It might have been this map. I think ENCE won this map.
Kev's just already locking in the May. You'd be pretty happy. This point's really weird and kind of annoying too when you're playing against the May because
Chat, remind me in between the round here to do my next set. I was gonna do like
width. I wonder if they actually design it that
like
way. It's just
dips or something like that on the bench. I gotta do 30 of them, so just remind me.
How many May walls can we fit in the choke point?
Crap, after this match, we're gonna do the sponsor stuff, title-wise, whatever you want with it.
Two?
Just sponsored by Overwatch 2 Battle Pass. I don't know, just anything you want to do. After the match is over. We're gonna go right into the sponsor segment right when this match is done, so that way we can get the ability to kind of give you the sponsor stream, talk about what we're doing, and then go from there, right?
They're gonna get punished for it though. A little bit of damage, no initial kills, but it does force Crimzo to use Lamb.
Crap, you saw what I said about the YouTube video too, right?
Angle, though. Look at how high up Crimzo is.
So remember how we had the highlight videos? We gotta make a return for one video.
Like Edge was trying to make the call there, so we want to take the point, so Kai ended up popping turret 4.
But I think I have an idea on it.
Try and take this high ground again. Headshot onto Astro with that icicle. Still dicing with Kevster by the looks of it. Here comes another wall. Luckily for the BAP though, those Exo boots coming in clutch to save Hardy, who was isolated from the BAP.
Good start. Oh, a pulse bomb though. Okay, Sparker and ENCE started off with a point, but I think there's been enough brawling. Oh, wait a second, Kevster.
Headshot through the window. It's a very scrappy fight. It's a Lucio Ram versus a Ram.
I mean, they're going to be back in a minute anyway, regardless of what happens there. Like, Kevster can delay point. Like, at the very worst, they're just staggering the... I mean, they're going to get, like, an extra few percent, but most of their team's back right now. I'm saying they can go in there.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Even if they don't win this, like, this is already a plus.
Wow, even the
Kevster has
get back into this fight.
Ice block again too. Yeah, look at everybody else. They've committed to the idea that Kevster will be the last one on point, but I mean that went from like a 20% to a 52% just like that. I might consider it Panda. I'm not sure yet, but I might. So.
And ultimates to spare.
Yeah. That works, Crap. Then that's perfect.
Think again about like the Blizzard, the Mortar Strike combo that we saw. I would be worried if I were a Space Station, but that's a funny Astro's for.
Oh, there we go.
Landon's also going to hit the amp.
Nice engagement there. Sparga holding off to the side. They use that sound barrier.
All right, I mean, good fight for Space Station. They used 2 ultimates though, which is a little bit interesting here. I feel like it's interesting. Because Space Station's usually good with their ult economy, but there's been a bit of a blunder sometimes on where they use their ults a little bit too much. And like at the opposite side, look at ENCE. Like they have Ramatra, they have Bastion, they have May ult, they're close to window, they have beat. So if they use this even remotely correctly, they could just snowball and win the rest of the game. Because of that 52% that they got. So it's a really good situation for them.
You just have to use the immortality field and just raw healing.
You're not going to be able to survive that with the immortality field, sadly. Here comes the Blizzards. Tries to lock off.
Oh, nice pulse bomb.
But Crimzo's the one that falls first. Sound barrier comes through as Master's getting ticked down and chased down.
Wow. I mean, okay, the positive for ENCE again is their ult economy is pretty good, but like, I mean, truthfully, ult economy doesn't matter if you ain't even having a chance to win a team fight, right? Ult economy does matter, but that was making the point there.
And you can see Kevster, Kai switching now.
Yeah, it's going to be to the
apparently they've thought about doing that set. Like apparently there's already rumors that FACEIT has thought about that. I don't know if they will, but we'll see.
If you're looking at Kai's Cassidy, and you can also just maybe play with this Annihilation a little bit better, being a little bit more survivable next to like Crimzo and Masa. But it's starting to run away from them. 90% here for Space
Also, Crap, I
Station.
recorded the YouTube comments earlier, did exactly what you said on that one, so it should be easier on the editors for the stuff.
And so good with just normal kills, vanilla kills.
Window time in about 2 seconds. They need to window now. They're going to lose their timing, and it's not going to go well. Never mind. Don't window. Do not window. That is fine. Oh, but wait. No, it's hindsight. Even if they lost that, that's a hindsight.
On Crimzo and Kai.
That was a good job not using window, because they need the window now to go against what they're about to go to. I think ENCE needs to lead the charge, though. I think ENCE needs to lead the charge, though. They can't play in their back foot here, because Space Station is going to build beat really quickly. So unless they get an early pick on, like, Lucio, they're not going to be able to sustain this team fight. They need to be the aggressor. They can try to disengage it, but I just feel like even if they disengage this one, they're going to have beat to follow up, and it's going to become a lot more difficult. I'm trying to look at all the ultimates, see if there's any way. Oh, what a hinder!
Spark is in the backline again. There's the window, and whatever direction you choose to come from, Sparker, it always manages to.
But ENCE wins that.
Vestola does end up killing 2 in the front line. I mean, Spark is still here. They're going to eventually kill him, but not before Master as well. There's 2 people left. Overtime coming in if they can get the touch.
Is ENCE really taking this round?
With Funny Astro, a nice little boop, and he survives all the vortex.
Oh, what a huge beat. Oh, and then Psycho wins the 1v1. No lamp either. Vestola's going to be low. Oh, what a stick. That's it. Oh, my. What a recovery by Space Station. I mean, there's no way they're going to lose this now. I mean, I say that, but wow. Okay, doing my dips now. Wow, what a play. Holy crap.
They end up claiming that first round. ENCE looking like that was a shutout there, but these fights end up breaking down. It is the carries for Space Station that come out strong.
Sparker on the angle and doesn't even need the Symmetra teleporter to make that possible. So getting a couple of picks here and there has really helped shore up some of these successes for Space Station in these fights. But my god, Funny Astro's barrier could not have come up in any better of timing. Like, that Vortex almost killed him before he got that barrier off.
Insane stuff from Sparker. You're right, like he doesn't even need the TP to find these flank kills. Ridiculous.
Right there,
and getting Master there when the Ram's like punching you in the face is absurd, and that's really what kind of tipped the scales. TP out Kai and Sparker on the Cass. Mirror compositions pretty much, apart from Hardy and Vestola doing the Orisa Ram head-to-head. Oh, Master on the Brig.
Well, Master's on the Brig
not quite
too.
mirror comps there.
Yeah, so you just get to play with the
Look at that
Orisa
timing.
a little bit closer.
Look at that timing. Got my bench dips
really
done.
Big in order to just make these duels a little bit
Here we go.
for your own team. But
So,
I think that the fact
some
that
teams like going points, some teams like taking the
sound
outside.
barrier just feels like a better
Space Station, I
support
like their...
to have when you look at the rally versus
Sparker's already at
the sound barrier
40% on
matchups.
high noon. What have I been missing?
See how long it takes the point to be capped. Sparker not doing anything too crazy right now, just checking Kai on the corner. It's actually Vestola, the one that goes down. You saw Master.
Does beat come out quicker when in Ram Vortex? I mean, technically, yeah, because you're not going to be able to go high up in the air, so it would, yes.
Actually, is rest of his team that were getting away with it. Scot-free, although Psycho going down to a headshot of Kai isn't good.
All right, here we go.
Still a point capture for Space Station. Sparker is a Deadeye almost, too.
Damn.
He's so
Double heady.
Please heal him.
Kai doesn't want to mess with that. Doesn't want to
Oh, what a hinder.
As soon as he peeks, Sparker clicks his head. Psycho pretty low as well. High noon available. Yes, you are right. Good stick. Oh, the post.
Welcome to Lamp.
Like a full clip from the Tracer. Couldn't take down the Cassidy. And the Vestola falls down yet again first. And Space Station, remember, they still control the point here. This is time lost for ENCE.
Is this series going the distance, chat?
Like,
He said, I'm inspired. You're going to work out while you watch the stream. Let's go. Heck yeah.
So
I have one set left. I don't even know what it is. I just did my dives. I just need to do whatever my next one is, and I'm done.
Pretty quickly.
For the time, it should be perfect.
And ENCE, like, they just
I mean, yeah, it goes back to the ult economy, right? Like, SSG's ult economy is great. ENCE is trying to find ways to make this work. I'm going to be honest with you. If Space Station can win this with only using 2 ultimates, it might be really tough for an ENCE retake.
Has the Lucio to help speed people out of that line of sight. ENCE is taking their time to come back into this.
Vesto's got the terror
Here we go.
surge. As long as he doesn't get bursted, which is what Space Station have done for the last 3 or 4 fights in a row. High noon for Kai, forcing back the members of Space Station up onto that high ground, but Hardy is going to pop Nemesis form in order to stay alive on the point. There's the
that was a window.
Engagement. Vestola using Spear Spin to get away. Space Station wanting to put this in OT rows as the stick comes through from Vestola. Hits the Terror Surge just to stay alive.
Yeah, that was just a... this isn't looking good. I mean, Chow, I'm going to be real with you.
Space Station Gaming used the sound barrier.
I think we're going to a last map. I think this is going the distance. Kevster does pop off though, but they can get both supports. They're stacked up. Kevster! Wait, as I say that, Kevster pops off on point. Kevster's like, no, we're not going there. At least not yet. Wow. I mean, that was Kevster just popped off. Everything pointed to Space Station winning that, and Kevster shows you why. You always hear about how hype, like, people hype Kevster up a lot, and deservedly so. Did you see that? What a play.
Yeah, it does not feel good to have to come back out on that.
Vistola went Doomfist to get back to point quickly, because you can't predict. Like, Vistola could not predict that Kevster was going to do that, so you have to come back as a fast hero. That's why they're on Doom now.
Psycho's gonna have another pulse bomb.
That's why.
Space Station should have the ultimate.
The only thing Vistola shouldn't do is dive in and feed.
Window.
Play it safe for now. Just like.
Nice little angle too onto that high ground, but you need an instant.
Exactly what's that. Oh, Sparker again with a high noon.
He's just on the flank again. Pulse bomb onto Vistola.
Okay, now let's go into the next map.
Comes the damage. Space Station game.
Kevster gets one,
Kevster still comes up,
but I just don't think it'll be enough.
But is it enough? He can get the retouch, but not before Astro puts a ball.
Can't even touch
head.
point. We're going the distance, chat. We're going the distance. If this isn't a Shambali to watch both teams get full held, I'm not going to be mad. Let's go. All right, chat. We're back doing my next set.
Yeah, but Masa.
Oh yeah, there's NA finals too. You have NA lower bracket final, then you have NA grand final.
There's a lot of supports in this
So-
current day and age that are like anything but the Lucio,
All right.
please, or like anything but the Brig. So maybe also just recognizing that the Brig is going to be really.
So what I'll do is after this, well, actually at half, I'm gonna go do my next set, and then after that, after the game, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. We're gonna start the sponsor stream and go from there. So. Yep.
Oh, but look at the hit scan difference, Jaws. We got Sparker.
Sponsored stream is 2 hours, so the timing should be pretty aligned with like the matches itself. And we're still playing Overwatch. So. Yep. What sponsor? Overwatch. We're doing an Overwatch sponsor stream. We're basically going to be highlighting like the value of the battle pass, why it's good value, all that stuff. That's essentially what the sponsor stream is. Kind of how Mythic Prisms work, because there's been a little bit of confusion on that. So.
This reminds me of kind of older.
And that's what we're doing.
Hold on these corners and just yell pull over and over again. Thank God we're past those.
So you have Kai on Sojourn. Sparker is not opting for the Ashe. So it really does come down to if Kai can make these shots happen. Kevster's going to Kevster. Like, Kevster's going to go on the map. Poke. So that sounds like great content. Oh, yeah. I'm surprised you're saying that, Gavin.
Kevster's under a little bit of pressure here on the sidelines. They've already burnt Crimzo's lamp and Landon's. Is Sparker on the flank, though? Can't let him get on the high ground. Missed a couple of shots on Kevster, but here comes the first ult. Window from Crimzo.
Yeah, exactly. No bias at all. It's like me with drops, right? I have zero bias when I want drops, right? I just think they're great. They are. They have been really good. But.
I mean, where's the heals? ENCE has to go fast. They have to just dive in.
Wait, what a huge play by Chase there, though. Kevster trades. I mean, these trades might be enough. Wait, Kevster might get what Kevster is. Even though Psycho just popped off, what Kevster did while down in numbers is giving them an opportunity. Like, Psycho and Kevster are just both popping off right now. Holy crap.
Sicko mode. He plays the best bait ever, by the way. Like, I know he goes down a lot by himself, but that's just to give so much room to Psycho.
Nice kill onto Kai too.
What is Psycho has been like unreal. Like unreal.
Especially on this verse, there's no chance.
Oh, what a hinder! Woo-hoo! Sorry, I get excited about a good hinder. Oh.
Wow. Oh my god. Psycho has been absolutely going crazy. And I think I think it makes it so difficult for ENCE because, yes, you have to deal with Hottie, who is.
No, I think they had a broken keyboard right there.
But then how do you deal with who's in the back? Brig only has like 2 very important cooldowns to be able to deal with a Tracer. You look at the Shield Basher, you look at the Whip Shot, and if you miss those, they're on cooldown for quite some time here for Psycho to be able to come in and just take out your backline. Plus, like, BAP 2 only has the Immortality Field, and you can burst through a lot of that healing thanks to the damage passive now. So Space Station already halfway through the second point, and with so many ultimates to spare.
Chase and Crimzo can't afford to be split off the rest of their team down that little choke point there. That pulse bomb goes wide. Landon just jumps over it. Here comes the railgun.
Minion, thanks for the 2 months of the finish round. Thank you. Really good retake by ENCE here. Can you believe we're on the 7th map, chat? Both teams are tied 3-3. Winner takes all right now. This is awesome. What a game of Overwatch.
They force Space Station Gaming down from that high ground.
Ooh. That Kai, man. He sometimes just like never ceases to amaze. Wasn't even an overclock that he had to use there. He just
Okay, so
used
ENCE has
charged
window.
railgun shots,
Spacestation
and a
has
good pincer
Orisa.
there
I mean,
from
ENCE has a good
Kevster,
ult pool
forcing
going in here. I mean,
Spacestation
this
to
is
have to
two
fight in
team
that
fight
tiny
wins if
room.
ENCE plays
Has
it
the
correctly.
overclock now, so this high ground control is going to be really beneficial for them.
And
But
Kevster's gonna
as
want to take that
Spacestation try
1v1.
encroach, this Hottie only has the Terror Surge.
A miss hinder. See, that's why hinder is so important. If that hits, that's it for Kevster.
A little crazy towards Kev, but he's good. Dodged out of the way.
Kevster's just trying to stop the cart and play
Trace
smart
just
angles.
jostling over the point, but Sparker is
Like, that's basically what's happening right
ready
now.
and waiting for Kevster to make a mistake.
All time now. This is their time, and they have to make a play. They know it too. They're ready to make a play. They have window on Spacestation now, so don't be surprised to see Spacestation take the aggressive window stairwell play. Like, get ready for a window, like, right in front of where the Cassidy was.
Peeks his little head out as well. Receives a Swiss spear
Nope.
to the face.
Are they going to flank around to make a play? Both teams are really playing this safe.
Spacestation, though, they're just biding
There's
some
the window.
time.
So they did the
have
window.
more options to
Oh!
work with now, like this Amp Matrix.
What a play. What a play. I mean, you know, I feel like what happened was ENCE wanted to make a play. Not ENCE. Spacestation wanted to make a play. They went up on the high ground to make the play. They couldn't make the play. So they went the other way, but then it gave ENCE a lot of time to reposition, and then they lost it. Flip side, Spacestation does have a lot of ultimates come up, and ENCE does only have one ultimate on Sojourn, so we'll see what happens.
But Kai with this overclock, holding on to it is just like so dangerous for Spacestation to have to walk into.
Gonna try and push height again. I mean, you might as well at this point, especially
Here
got
goes time.
Terror like you were saying, Rose. Chase is waiting in the wings, you can see. A little bit isolated from his team, but long-range healing coming through from the break packs. Quick rotation.
They keep trying to fake them out and take the health pack route. I want to see how this goes. This gets them the high ground in a safer spot, but I also think this gives time for ENCE to take their time. They know they're down there because they can see them. Oh, what a spear. Oh, look at that hinder. What a hinder. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
And starting to run out of time. 45 seconds left. Hottie's already going down to half. Able to heal himself back up, but still no ultimates being used on either side. Kai still has this overclock.
Can't lock him down. They just can't chase him. Here's the sound barrier. They're going to try and force the issue. But look at this overclock, Rose. I mean, he's perfectly placed. They can't push into Kai with a fear of getting their heads.
They're going to keep backing up. I mean, this is... I actually like this window because they can retake the map control, and this is going to allow them to spread around. But the cart, they got a huge pick on Sparker. A huge pick, and then Lucio's probably going to... Well, it's Funny Astra. So there's one... A Lucio can get out of there. It's going to be Funny Astra. They have Pulse Bomb in their own window. This is going to be a... What a stick by Kevster. Are you kidding me? Masa with a nice shot on Hottie? That's it. I mean, that's they can maybe keep Tracer alive. That's it. I mean, they're holding second point.
To let them get on top of their backline. The rotations looking so good.
Wow. This is going to be so good. Can Spacestation hold, or will ENCE take the victory? We're about to find out. Let me go do my last set right here, chat. I'm done my workout.
Of where Spacestation we're going to try to push them from. And that's a full hold on the second point. That is such a winnable position here for ENCE to have to take. And Chase, being such an aggressive tank, could lead them to that victory.
This is where it will end right here. No more free pushes. Only a point and 81.3 meters to go for ENCE. Let's hear their game plan going in.
Thank you. I think keepers
as long as they don't have sim, yeah, you can go residing.
Okay.
I think no matter what happens here, make sure we're all pushing together at the same time. Like, don't be fucking afraid. I'm walking in. If Chase calls push, I'm walking in. Like, don't be fucking pussy.
And do you guys want to like send here on the first, or just
No,
just break.
Break and fucking hard play the corner, and we can push them.
Yeah. I'm scouting here.
The secret time, guys. Our first point is the most like hard.
Yeah, if we go to the first, we're fine.
You know the stairs they're gonna hold, the regular stairs, like the main stairs. Can we like go from top and like swing the stairs together?
Yeah, we can.
You know what I'm talking about? Don't play through main. Like swing the stairs.
But I'm gonna like have to long rotate. So if you want to do
Hold
that.
on.
I don't see them at all.
Yeah, what? They might be hiding inside left.
Okay.
Why are we decolon in chat?
That kind of spiel from Cruiser there, but all good. As they load on in. As they lock in, sorry. Kevster on the Widowmaker.
How'd that not hit?
Have to wait and see how ENCE end up approaching this, of course, with...
Did one of them say garlic bread, chat?
Running this Orisa.
PJ will not be happy about this.
Kai, just as long as he gets some space and an angle, the Sojourn, he's just so good at being able to land these charged railgun shots. Could really open the doors. I know it's not a Widowmaker, which we would love to see, but it's pretty close.
Huddy goes golden.
You said nothing that bad? Oh, okay.
Of, Kai's railgun. It's always really hard to kind of push around here. Sparker again trying to go on the flank. They've not able to punish him yet, but not punishing is fine as long as he's not doing too much, and they've been able to at least subdue him for the moment. Huddy again going golden.
Okay, not bad.
London have to playing a little bit more safe now. Same with Crimzo as that lamp is down. Her spear like shoving Master almost off the map. That was a little insane. Spark is still trying to find an off angle with the help of Psycho, and they're just
I like the position. Are we gonna get a window? I was gonna say I love the position by ENCE right here. Like they took a really fast map control. I mean, like a really fast map control.
Spacestation gaming,
They got lamp out.
Get away with this, especially Sparker on the flank.
Window from Spacestation. There's the window. It's a good window. Oh, what a hinder! And a flank by Sparker to get Kevster. Right click Randy's on the case.
Sparker getting away with too much.
You know what though? I do want to point out, by the way, I really ended up liking Junkertown changes. I feel like first point plays so much better now, and that's why I'm excited for when they do the map reworks in the future, because like the reworks they've done to Gibraltar and Junkertown have been great. So I'm excited to see where they go next.
Like, with all of these different ultimates to work with, the Sound Barrier is going to feel so nice to have for Chase's Terror Surge. You also have so many buildings to play around for Kai's Sojourn Overclock. Love the little rework that they did on this first point. Feels a little bit nicer to have that extra cover. But Terror Surge coming up as Chase is trying to get a little
Trying to get in there. Here come the Sound Barriers. Terror Surge from Chase come out at any moment, but his Kai is the first to fall. Whoa, that was a quick fight from Space Station.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to reset.
A Terror Surge from Hardy.
Space Station is down to the floor. The 2 ultimates. ENCE has everything except... I mean, they're going to have Window, so they have everything except Pulse. So Pulse you can get in like 2 seconds. Except when I'm on Trace, it takes me a minute, but...
Well, at least you got 2 really big ultimates out of the way. If you're ENCE, you know, okay...
They might go right side flip. Anonymous, thank you for the 2 gifted. Thank you, appreciate it.
2 DPS, which...
Thank you, Anonymous.
Saying that's still a lot to worry about.
They can flip the right side of the map. It could be a surprise play. This is an all-in play by them. They're committed to all their ults. That window is that's a window. Oh, no. Oh, what a bash. That window was not what they... Uh-oh. That window was tough. They flipped. They flipped. Wait, they flipped. They have map control and they flipped. Oh no, but Kevster with a huge trade. Oh, I saw that hinder come in. What an interception on the hinder. Aris is 1.
40 seconds to go.
Psycho might be able to get multiple. Kevster!
The Titan eventually slain by Kevster.
What a game! They can't touch it. I mean, they can try, but they're just gonna boot him off.
No, there's still a retouch here for Space Station as they try to get there. But
oh my! I mean, this is great. I mean, we couldn't ask for a better finals right now, could we?
A point capture, but Jaws, that was getting so close.
I mean, that pick by Kevster was insane because Psycho was about to get in the limb to make it a 2v2, and then it becomes a lot easier. So for Kevster to peel off there and get the Tracer before they get their teammate was massive.
Now, of course, they were expertly
massive.
Space Station in a waltz around this point, and Space Station weren't able to kind of get on top of them. We'll see how ENCE now try and
now let's see what ENCE strategy is here, right? Space Station wanted to flip the map underneath a lot of the time. I want to see how ENCE plays this. That's what I'm curious on. How do they play this?
Hottie is a Terror Surge. Psycho is working up to another Pulse Bomb as well, but Sparker's hoping to open this up with a pick on the side.
Someone's got to deal with him. There's a lot of the time he's just able to freely off-angle, a lot lesser chances to do that now.
To give you an idea, Space Station essentially needs to win every single team fight here. Like if they lose contain at any point, that's it.
Slowly but surely, just chunking people down. Jostling on the payload again. It's just both Tracers. Here comes the push. Sparker in trouble, but it's actually Masa that goes down. Bastion to the high ground to help Kai set up. Terror Surge ends Chase's life. Kevster still takes down Psycho, still willing to fight this, but with a high ground advantage. And with it,
run.
This stagger's going to be huge. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. They're going to boop him away. Yes, they're going to body block him too. Can they get the kill? No, Crimzo manages to get out alive.
So the reason why they did that was to try to stagger Crimzo, and they didn't get him.
Small stagger. They get back as a group.
I like what they're doing here.
Scary, and that's already
Space Station's going to back away with high noon when they make this play high ground. If they try to go high ground, you're going to see Sparker back away for the play.
And get that first place that they've been looking for, and
But they have to compete against both support ults. They need to like do this fast because if they get rolled here, they need one more team fight. If they play this too slow, it's just going to come down to like Space Station will win that because of the map control. Every team does this right now. Oh!
Give this one up. Kevs is already dead. 45 seconds to go. They got to make this fight fast. ENCE have to make it fast.
What a hinder.
Oh,
what a hinder!
Sparker's already found 2.
Right click Randy!
Chase has to get out of there. You've got to run. You've got to reset. They're going to try and punish Chase, but I don't think it's likely. You're an Orisa still, but they're going to go for it. A spear ends the Orisa.
It's last team fight.
30 seconds to go. ENCE have one more chance at this.
It's legit last team fight. Whoever wins this wins the game. That's it. This team fight wins the finals of this stage. What else can we ask for? You couldn't ask for a better series.
His barriers have been so big to help keep
Straight up.
in these
Space Station does have the window high noon that they might do, so they're going to play really far back. Look for them to give him some map control.
Here comes the overclock from Kai. He has to get an angle on somebody, but nobody giving him the grace to do so.
Good disengage.
So a lot of time to kind of touch the point, and that's it.
They're going to slow play it. This is going to be it's almost high noon or window time. It's Crimzo. There we go. Okay, there's the high noon.
Window coming out. Kevster has still got it in his hands, and here comes
They're going to slow play this. But Sparker gets a pick right away again!
Through the window finds one. Hardy's in a little bit of trouble, but not trouble for any longer. This high noon stops him from touching. Kevster down. Beat comes through. Sparker, the king of Space Station Gaming. More stars on their roster than Omega Centauri.
I mean, what else can we say? I mean, listen. In the end, what a great series by both teams. And SSG clutches it, and Sparker continue the trend of just being dominant. What a match, what a game. I mean, can we ask for a better series? And that's why, that is why esports can be so exciting. Look at what we just saw right there. That was amazing. That was some great Overwatch. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better there. Holy crap. And guess what, chat? That is our first grand finals of today. We got one more in a little bit. So yesterday we had Toronto lose to M80. But I expect Toronto to bounce back here and make it a much closer series.
I mean, it's hard to say, but I almost would
say,
say
you have $10, and what game do you buy the battle pass? Well, Overwatch 2. I mean, I think it could be a bit confusing if you're...
the Orisa really well, and I actually really like Pelican on the Tracer.
Here we go.
So when we've seen, Toronto Defiant, we see someone playing like
I'm ready.
Winston at times, even some Sigma, right? I think the Orisa...
So we saw a pretty dominating performance out of M80 last time, so I'm really curious to see kind of strategically where Toronto changes up their gameplay. Well, getting in a limb on a Tracer at the beginning of an Ilios, or not an Ilios, an Apollo is a good way to start that. Yep, and that's a good way to start. So that's a much better start there. Much better start, I'd say.
Yeah, it's Pelican actually trying to put some pressure onto RuPaul in the back line there, and just gets taken out by a kunai. So really nice play from RuPaul, as it'll be Toronto Defiant in control of the point first.
And by the way, if you missed, we'll probably upload it on my YouTube. If you missed the EMEA finals earlier, it was unreal, by the way. When I say, like, really good Overwatch, I'm serious. It was unreal for anybody who missed that.
Ultraviolet at least has got this rush at 10%. RuPaul, similarly. Someone is pressuring.
Here we go, chat. It's time.
Imagine that is Pelican. Probably going to get checked in just a moment. You can see Merit in the bottom left.
So you're going to get it early. I like this by Ultraviolet, going with an early ultimate, but like, one thing is for sure, chat, the DPS for Toronto came to play today. Like, they came to play. They're not, this is, I also wanted to say one thing, though. Keep in mind, Toronto does have a little bit of the they just played type of warm-up situation. So Toronto's been warmed up a little bit more. So we kind of saw this earlier in the Space Station ENCE matchup. M80 is going to need about a map, maybe half a map to warm up, right? Just to kind of get into the flow of like a match time, like, oh, it's match time. So you don't be surprised to kind of see that. But yeah. Pork Chop, thanks for the 33 months of the tier 1. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Not want to burn in the recall there. Was a little bit too scared of a fully charged rail.
Yep.
On the other side of things. Fly trying to make the cross. Merit pretty low. Hawk on the point. contested by someone, but it's up to Merit now to try and just tip it in Toronto Defiant's favor. Liar. No way he escapes that one, unfortunately. Oh, that was a Hail Mary pulse one from Pelican. Worth the attempt, but unfortunately, you're going to face the wrath of RuPaul.
Good start for Toronto so far. And look at their ult pool. They have so much they can do here.
Someone is super low, has to back off.
Yeah, you can tell. And I'm not saying that M80 is not going to have a good go at things here, but you can tell Toronto was probably pissed about losing yesterday. And I think they had to catch their match against students of the game, but like, you can tell. They want to play. Keep in mind, M80 is going to... I don't know how to explain it. When you're playing like in pro play and the other team just has that... It just takes a second. Like, you know how you play your first ranked game of the day? Even if you go into the training range and shoot bots or, you know, get practice and like, you know, it takes you a second, right? It takes you a second. That's the same thing with pro play. So like, you know, Toronto's kind of coming off that like, okay, we just dominated type of situation, right? So
you're not going to go down. Like, this Fortify is just so frustrating for the Sojourns to...
Oh, the Fortify can be extremely frustrating.
As soon as that wore off...
Do you hear the in-game music? No.
Happy was in a good spot to try and take over
and by
the game,
no, you absolutely did. Thank you for letting me know. I excited my game.
108%. Might as well have been 0 for that first round.
Yeah, I mean, Toronto looked awesome there in the mirror.
All right, here we go.
Really, I was kind of questioning it, but that is a pretty strong comeback.
I mean, yeah, yesterday was a tough game for Toronto. Like, they weren't playing at the level that you expect them to play, and M80 played at the level that you expect them to play or more. And that's why M80 is such a good team, but Toronto is very much at that same level as M80. That's why people were surprised. So this is Toronto's opportunity to say, hey, yesterday was, yeah, you won a match, but we're here to win the whole thing. So we'll see what happens. Good start for Toronto, but M80 definitely is gonna battle back here. So we'll see.
Especially on this point, the back feels so good.
Yep.
Like the angles you can get on the windows are just so nasty. Plus the lamp, you can hide it behind a lot of these big pillars as well. It's very hard to take down unless you take a small little off angle, which can be very frustrating to kind of deal with at times.
A1 and C1 is their groups. So they were in Group A and Group C, and then the 1 stands for like what place they were in that group. So M80 was first place in Group C, and Toronto was first place in Group A. Huge pick by Happy to start. I mean, that's exactly what you're hoping for. Happy, you know, setting the tone a little bit. Hawk is a little bit out of position right now, though. They might be able to get not out of position, but just getting low. Like, Hawk is not going to be able to get caught up HP-wise. And then a huge hinder!
Good shots coming out from Merit.
Already a Deadeye.
Merit already has high noon?
Did get speared. A little jump spear there from Hawk, but that's
wow.
pretty much all CD's used.
Well, they're committing ults really early here. You know, that's interesting. I mean, they do trade on Merit, though.
And with Merit dead, where's the damage for Toronto?
This pulse bomb.
I mean, they've got the window, yes, but look, M80. They're just going to push on through it. Pulse bomb for Sugar Free.
Looking for the Lucio. Lucio's actually pretty low. Ooh, they already got the cleanse out. Imagine if that pulse actually hits. Honestly, I respect that. If that hit, that would have just been sick to begin with. I just like the effort of that one.
And a headshot, Sugar Free. Still trying to define
I like the effort.
But for how much longer is really the question. There we go. Hawk pushing someone off the point, and then Pelican does the dirty work.
Wow.
Bro, he would have connected with that pulse bomb. Oh my lord, that would have been wild.
That's what I was saying. Like, that's one of those plays where I don't even mind that. That would have been cool. Okay, so Toronto has Orisa ult coming up. M80 has a lot of ults coming up. This is going to be a pretty tough retake for Toronto, because even if they try to lead in with Beat or Orisa ultimate, M80 can answer with the same exact ultimate. So they might slow play it a little bit to build window really fast. Don't be surprised to see someone take a little bit of poke damage. And I kind of think that's why M80 is play. Oh, what a hinder! I think that's why M80 is trying to play a little bit more aggressive, is because they know that they need to catch up on ultimates and that they have that advantage, and it worked out perfectly. Now they're kind of they're even on ults now. They can go probably Kitsune soon, so it's interesting. But a much better map for M80 here. Window in 5%. They might be aggressive with Hawk's Orisa ultimate with the way they've been setting the tone. They also might just be waiting on the window. They might be predicting the window's going to come, so they want to wait on the window so they can disengage and then also Kitsune to counter. Or they're waiting for them to be out of position and going with the ult now, and that's what they're doing. Yep. Great play. Like that, you knew that was going to be the play they wanted to do. It was going to be about the timing. It was going to be about the timing, and that's what I was really happy with. That was really well played.
He does end up going down, but it's all up to the DPS. that focus fire at the very
I'm sorry, but Toronto won that?
He was good to take down the tank, but
RuPaul killed like half the team.
I was gonna say, whoa, look at that kill feed. Are you kidding me?
Just decimating the rest.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, up on the high ground there, RuPaul on the back.
I mean, if that doesn't say Toronto came to play, I don't know what does. Holy crap!
With that terror surge,
Sugar Free has a good opportunity to go for a pulse bomb here. Don't be surprised to see Sugar Free set up on the high ground to set up for this pulse bomb too.
Let me go play the Baptiste as well.
Yeah, you can see Sugar Free right there, top right. That's kind of like just like a slight setup just in case. Now they're going to back up a little bit. They're going to slow play it temporarily. High noon time in about 3 seconds if they want it.
To RuPaul's. High noon, post bomb for Toronto.
Little bit past that time.
Trying to line these ones up. All this high noon for around the corner. I'm going to worry about a lamp right now if you're Sugar Free.
Oh, nice shot. What a hinder. Looked like he just threw the hinder out of the weapon. Pulse bomb from Sugar Free now. Yep. Oh, they're low. They're going in. They're all in that fight. They're going in.
And a lot of separation too. 71% for Toronto.
And they got a window again. Uh-oh. M80's looking at a tough spot here. Ultraviolet does have window on side of M80, though, so there's a possibility for M80 to get back into this. They do have the high noon, but I'm not going to consider the high noon like a game win and ultimate right here. I think it's a space creation ultimate. Before Happy gets like 4. But I think like right now the biggest issue is going to be if Toronto can get that Orisa ultimate in time and that beat in time. If they get that in time, it's going to be really difficult for M80. So M80 has a slight timing where they can go and win here. They're going to high noon to create space. That's the whole idea here. Creating space. Taking map control with it. They don't get anybody, but they create space, right? Now you got the double window. Holy crap, what in the world? And just like that, Toronto takes map 1. Wow. I mean, what else can I say at that point? Like, holy crap.
2 rounds under their belt, and that'll do it.
That was quick.
That is a fast 2 rounds. It feels like
that was quick.
Both
I hope all the maps aren't like that though.
I think everybody.
What team am I rooting for? I like to see good Overwatch. I know that's not the answer you're looking for. So unless I'm like part of an org most of the time, or like a friends on a team, I like to just see good Overwatch.
And I know against M80 2-1, it was a pretty close map. This is actually the one map that Toronto actually.
That's what I want to see. Just good Overwatch.
Down to the wire. So. We'll see if any adjustments made off of the other day's game.
Yeah, I'll have to wait and see.
All right, I'm ready, Jay. You ready?
It's time. A little bit more popular as of late. Long-range hit scan with a lot of dynamite potential, especially on the choke points, is really nice. Plus, Bob also helps you win some quite peculiar team fights. If they end up breaking down into chaos,
all right, it's
Bob
time.
A big
I'm excited.
Factor.
Who won between these teams the first time? M80 did. M80 won just yesterday, 3-1.
It's run successfully.
3-1.
You know, Toronto tried this the other day. I don't think it really worked out.
Oh, it's pause.
Wait, what is your actual meal though? Is it Dino no use?
I actually think I perform better doing things in general when I'm a little bit hungry. So normally just a banana. I don't know. It's that hunger, like primal instinct when primal man needed food and that what you need to do to survive was hunt, like that kind of thing. I don't know if that.
Jaws, what did you just say?
Kind of to work, but maybe just a banana. Get some calories in it.
Yeah, make sure you're not, not fishing in your own fish tank. I mean, that can't be doing
that's
that.
crazy, man. That's crazy.
All right, it's time.
First time that's ever.
All right, so you're gonna see the Sigma comp here from M80. M80 likes playing Sigma here. Hawk's an unbelievable Sigma.
Sometimes, I don't know about you, man.
Don't be surprised if they struggle at first. They might swap off. The Bat Brig is a very common strategy here. It's because you can deny them at the chokes of like doorways. So like right here's a good opportunity for Brig to be able to go in there and deny them if they bring the whole team over. Or it's good to keep the Tracer alive and you can play further back. So it does look like someone's a little bit out of position though. Like when I say out of position, I mean like out of position. Yeah. There was a miscommunication there, or like someone saw something, but it didn't go well. So really good start for M80. Really good start. There was a miscommunication there because that someone ended up in there by themselves.
Everybody just splits up there.
That was very interesting.
So I believe the defense the other day wasn't really spectacular either with this type of comp.
Yeah, which can happen.
Able to kind of come and take it. So same result as today.
Oh, at least it was a quick wipe-ish, so they're able
quick-ish,
to
you
get
know?
forward spawns and the high ground, so that's something, I suppose. That's what you got to tell yourself.
I'm ready.
Hey, summon. Get a quick reset. Flux is so close for Hawk, though, already. It's going to take a hell of a spear to knock that one out of the air.
They're going to slow play this a little bit.
So well, right? I mean,
going to slow play it a little bit. You know, just a little.
all your cooldowns, especially with the Cassidy on the other side, is.
Oh, I still love that they allow the
there.
players to. Desrocka, thanks for the 6 months of tier 1 gifted to. I'm pretty sure that's also you. Or Durzaka. We have Durzaka 2 gifting a 6 months worth of sub to Durzaka. So either they're friends or the same person. I love it.
I love how Pelican plays.
Oh, you somehow can't use your PayPal on that account?
He's like,
that makes sense. I was like, huh? I like it.
most of the time
I like it.
you'll
But
keep
thank you
your
for the
chance
tier
here.
1 of 6 months. I appreciate it. That's funny.
Sugar
Thank you.
does get the better as someone dodges the accretion. You see, they're just trying to have Pelican.
They're just slow playing it right now. They all have ultimates, but like, where's the opportunity? And now this is where I like that Toronto is playing aggressive there, but oh, damn, that would have been a good rock. Really good aggressive play by Toronto there, and now they can kind of hold close. I wonder if they'll just play back, actually, though. Yeah, we saw this earlier with... Yeah, no.
That is filthy
17
stuff.
different ways to try and deal with that. Oh, happy
Damn.
on Widow. Is he going to stick with this?
Yep.
He is, yes. Good stuff.
I said I love how... I'm going to be honest with you, I already forgot what I was talking about at that point. I'm sorry.
We saw this the other day. They ended up bringing out the Widowmaker. We saw some Zenyatta play, I believe, from both these teams the other day as well.
That is true.
It started to get a little bit crazy, but that was a really aggressive and really awesome use of that Amp Matrix from RuPaul. Gets up on the high ground there, has merit.
I already forgot.
And, just really,
I'm going to be honest with you.
Catches M80 off guard.
I really like the way Toronto Defiant.
Oh, they allow players to use, like you can see, like skins in game now. Like, before they disabled that because they didn't want players to get confused, I'm glad they've added the ability for players to, like... Wait, are they even doing that? Or are they... I think they can use skins, right? Yeah.
From Toronto to
I'm glad they've allowed that. It's been really cool to see. Are any of them using the Battle Pass skin? Any of them?
On the top right. Here comes the rally. Terror surge in.
M80 and Toronto Defiant and students of the game are all going to be in Dallas. Yes. This is actually a really good job by Toronto. They are buying a lot of time after a pretty bad first point.
This has to be a clean couple of kills here. They cannot let
Someone's out of position, but they're still going to be able to win that.
In fact, it's Pelican coming out with 2 kills in that fight.
Yeah, and it looked like they may have tried to chase.
That's really, really good.
For a second, just to see if they can.
Really, really good right there.
Give themselves a little bit more time to get everybody back at full strength. But when you push that deep, what sightlines does this Widowmaker have? Right? It just becomes very difficult for Happy to kind of create that space and distance that you would need on Widow to be effective.
All right, here we go.
That was annoying.
Happy is an unreal Widow, chat, by the way. An unreal Widow.
But Toronto Defiant aren't disrespecting me.
Don't be surprised to see Hawk lead off with the Sigma ult here in a second, just to kind of create space for high ground. They might want to try to force them into the back right stairwell where you see the Ash in the BAP. They might try to force them there. Hawk may ult that to get out, but we'll see. They have walls. Bob's coming up for merit. Walls last 15.5 seconds.
They're going to give up high ground here probably because of this infosite, right? You're not going to kind of like push up here and contest.
What a huge pulse bomb by Pelican, though. That is exactly what they needed. They did bob the high ground, but it feels like it might be a little bit too late. They actually did trade, though. Wait a second. As I say that... Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, like, they should be able to get someone. Actually, it was a great ultimate. But Sugar Free gets the trade. As much as I want to see, I don't think M80 can take this on this team fight. Because, yeah, they're going to back away. Sugar Free's going to try to get the stick, which, I mean, I get it. Good play by Sugar Free. Gives them map control. And now, honestly, Toronto Defiant has a slight advantage because they have Brig out coming up. They have Window. And they're on defense the second point Midtown, right? You just broke 240 hours on Junker Queen? Heck yeah, Queen's a fun hero. No denying that.
He's going to be walking in. You can drop this Amp Matrix.
All the Overwatch 2 heroes have been super fun.
There's no way to access that high ground like with the Cassie as opposed to the Ash, but still.
I love playing Queen. I just don't get to play Queen as much in the current tank meta.
20 seconds left. This half is over.
Here we go.
Hindenade on Happy, who's using this window on this high ground. Taking a leaf out of Toronto Defiant's book.
I don't mind playing Malga. It's the Malga versus Malga mirror. I always say, the heroes are fun to play. It's the mirror. And as I was saying, if you kind of look at the ultimates here that Toronto had, like, it was just going to be really tough. And this map is already hard to begin with. I think they made the swap a little bit too late in what they wanted to do. So, that's a really good half. Okay, I'm going to mute this very quickly. Yeah, we could have watched OWCS was sponsored, but to me, I felt like I wouldn't be able to. I could have technically watched OWCS for it, but I also want to, like, Whenever I do sponsor stuff, I want to make sure I'm doing it in a way that I'm not just going to sit here and, like, AFK watch the matches and not give you, like, that type of information. I'd rather play, showcase it, all of that. You know what I mean?
Sigma tray.
I'm going to be quiet for a second for the comms, okay? So we can listen.
Just playing on point. Just playing on point. I'm going to go left with you. I'm coming left. Come left. We're taking space.
Catch tray.
Solo.
Okay.
Okay, we're changing him. Careful.
Okay, they're going Ash.
Take one. Just go left now.
Yeah.
We're walking left.
So what someone's saying is they want to push. So what they're saying is look for someone so they don't push them. So they're basically expecting them to the top right to push in on the Sigma, and that's exactly kind of what's happening.
Better left. Don't have left.
So
Okay.
they're gonna slow play this for a bit.
Big low.
Sigma no eat.
Yeah.
They're kind of grinding them down on the side here. If that Brig on the Tracer get left side control soon, this is not going to go well for M80. They're taking the angles.
Guess one. Take one.
Oh!
I'm good.
What a window.
Take one.
Huge trade.
Dirty over top here. I'm good. Yeah, guess her. Guess one. Make your top box.
Oh my god.
Hi, dude, unhappy. Oh my, happy getting that high.
We've all been there. I do that all the time. Like, I ulted the high noon. My bad. But their Brig's really low. And they okay. Now this is the problem for M80. They lost map. They lost contain. They've lost contain. That's it. I don't. Oh, Hawk does trade on the Brig though. Maybe not.
Have a look at this rally coming in.
It was before that trade where I said that, but they're going to grind down. Yeah, this is...
We need to win this now. At this point, there's the rally's trying to keep everybody alive. You have Hawk, Pelican, and Liar still there.
What a... honestly, Hawk just clutched that. Like, Hawk and Vega, they just clutched that at that point. Because that was about to be just a complete loss.
That was close. Sugarfree does a...
What a play. Like, what a play. Straight up.
That was basically down to a 1v1.
Yeah, that was a wild fight. I also love the last comm we had was when someone was using the Flux lifting Happy up in the Deadeye was RuPaul going, oh my god. And then we just came back to us. I would have loved to know what came after that. That's going to be the Bob going in and a kill early on Ultraviolet. It's going to be both supports now.
Oh, what a start. That's pretty much the point. I mean, honestly, this is a good defense, though. For M80... For M80, this is a good defense, though. Remember, Toronto had a hold for a long time. So that was a good defense by M80. They're happy with that. This goes, once again, I always talk about there's moments in Overwatch where both teams are happy. Both teams are happy, right? Toronto is happy that they were able to get the point. M80's happy they had a good defense. Does that make sense?
Different, but how aggressive they got with the Ant Matrix plus Ash combo up there on the high ground. Potential to do that again here, but this time from the offensive side.
Did Frosted Flakes at 2 a.m.? That does sound pretty good.
Spot where really they just need one fight to get it to a
chat, do you...
very close to actually complete it.
Out of curiosity, chat, type 1 in the chat if you like your cereal soggy, 2 if you don't. As in, like, you like to let it be less crunchy.
Wow, he's just tanking frontline. Same with RuPaul. Someone wasn't there to like tank bullets and push shield. That RuPaul just dived down to the lower health portions of the side.
A lot of people went with the crunchy.
I mean, you rarely see an Ash push into that position, especially.
Wow.
Also, you have the Baptiste there as well. So
chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. It depends on the cereal. I actually like it soggy, but I have an excuse. I have an excuse. So we'll explain it after this team fight. I do have an excuse.
Looks like Sugarfree trying to move the payload, but Pelican goes there to contest.
No, I have an excuse. It is a valid one. I promise. It is a valid excuse.
In the Flux. Any skulls in sight? Well, Pelicans now is scattered on the floor. Sugarfree deals with it.
Huge pick by Sugarfree there on Pelican. I mean, they're going to get map control now. This is looking really tough for M80. Actually, not tough yet because they have their Brig out, so they can use Brig out and window to win this. Like they might have to window the Bob down. Huge flux by Hawk. So yeah, that's looking good there for M80.
Put himself on the payload, so no one can touch it. That window's going to be large and in charge. Pappy
Ooh, a good bring out though. Wait a second though. Are they gonna turn this around? There's no way they win this.
2.8 meters to
Oh no. Sugar Free's in a good spot because of the health pack here, but like, good play by Pelican. Okay, so the reason why I like my cereal soggy is because I have a tick when I eat because of my my Tourette's, so I prefer to have it be a bit softer when I eat food. That's why you also see me like drink water when I'm eating food and stuff. I've had people go, "Oh, I can't believe you drink water." So that's why. See? So I have a valid excuse. That's why I have my cereal soggy. So I've always been used to that. I've always been used to it. So I've heard people love it crunchy, but it just makes it easier when I do that. Told you I had a valid excuse. Okay.
Happy almost going down to RuPaul's just left clicks there.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I eat food with like a water or a drink or something like that. Oh yeah, 100%.
Looks like M80 wants to push a few.
I stretch, yeah.
All fan the hammer through the window.
You said you don't have an excuse, you just like soggy water? That's fine, whatever works for you.
Grasp though. Sugar Free and Pelican still tool in the lower.
Huge pick by Merit.
Happy falls though. 4v5 now for Toronto Defiant. A flux in someone's sights. He's only 5% away, and with a high ground advantage, and with Hawk under a lot of pressure, a lamp is forced.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is a 2.
Oh, it missed, but
this is a 2-0. What a hinder! Oh! Sorry, Chad. I saw a hinder. I got excited. Uh-oh. Is Toronto just bringing their A game? Are they even giving them opportunity at this point? Holy crap.
Yeah, really close game yet again. The other day,
my grandfather also had Tourette's.
Off the top of my head, between these two teams. Yes,
family.
it was Coliseo. M80 ended up winning Coliseo, so instead of going back to that again, we get a new map selection here. So would lead me to believe maybe some kind of...
Yeah, I mean, actually, Wayne, Sweet Anita does a really good job of talking about Tourette's a lot on stream, too. I've been friends with her for years now, and she's awesome, so...
Hasn't been often.
Yeah.
Most teams prefer
here we go.
Esperanza or Coliseo, like you were mentioning. So see what M80 have to bring to the table in this regard. Looks like no Bab, just Kiriko.
And she's from the UK too.
Both sides.
Did it make school difficult? I mean,
yeah. So nothing
I don't
really
know.
Too special. I mean, this is probably.
I mean, I used to chew my shirts a lot when I was a kid.
So
like my hoodies, you know how you have like the,
looking at here for,
you know how you'd have the hoodies and you have like the spot, like they design hoodies where you can put your thumb through like the hole and like you could, you know those hoodies? I had hoodies like that weren't like that. Like I chewed those holes into my hoodie. Because I used to have a tick where I would chew my shirt or like chew my like stuff. So that was when I was a kid. I don't have that tick as much anymore. Hopefully I don't. So yeah.
Don't want to get spit or boot off the edge though. Got to be.
There's nothing I can do about it. There was nothing that's just when it comes to Tourette's, like there was nothing I can do about that. Like it's just I couldn't. It just was a tick. I had no.
Ends up backing all the way up. You can see the presence.
So. I mean, by the way, when was the last time we saw this map being played?
All right, bots moving too.
Is this the first new Queen Street of like this tournament?
Exactly what someone's going to try and do, and then maybe retreat back to this little high ground, this little shop on the left-hand side.
Am I going to the land in Dallas? Here's my take. I'm not promising anything. Let me see how the California trip goes, how I feel after. If I go to Dallas, it will be a last-second decision. All right? That's pretty much where I'm at with it. Plus, they haven't told me if I can co-stream yet, because I want to be able to watch the matches and co-stream them. So, like, if they don't have any co-streaming stations set up, that also kind of goes into the decision. Last I heard, that wasn't a plan. Maybe that's changed, so we'll see.
Going to follow that one up with a swift boot.
Did M80 reverse sweep? I mean, we hope so, or at least we hope for a good match, but Toronto's just on a different level again right now. This is the Toronto we're used to.
Or two out of the other side, and they're so good at capitalizing on that.
When is Dallas? End of May.
Constantly trying to push forward.
End of May. So I have to go to California for the Porsche event like May 9th. And then I'll be back a couple days later. And then there's like a 3-week or a 2.5-week window before Dallas. That's why I'm kind of like, we'll see how I feel, okay? That's why it's going to be a last-second decision. I just don't want to commit to like, I like the idea of going, but I also want to like just give myself the opportunity to make that like decision after the trip to California. So.
As they push this bot around this corner, and this is it, right? Ideally, you want to hold in
this
little window. Warbirds,
we'll see.
Like you just kind of chill. and then just jostle control of the ball.
I mean, M80 is doing a good job of taking the map back right now. They've kind of built their ults back. I mean, Toronto does have the advantage here where they're going to use their Kiriko ultimate, which is why you're starting to see M80 start to fall back. When you know they have Kitsune and you don't have Kitsune, that you have to give up space because the moment they get to you, they're going to use their ultimate and you're just going to fall over. So you need to back up and you need to play more of a poke-heavy game. Give yourself opportunity to maybe make a play off of that. Also gives you opportunity to set up a play. So, like, if Happy's in a good position, Happy could use, I was just going to say, could use Social, right? You don't have to worry about the Kitsune, or not the Kitsune, the Kitsune. You can back away, you can get, you know, away from their play, and then you make a play. So, right. So look at that right there. In a team fight that was going to be advantageous for Toronto, M80 has managed to turn this around. Doesn't mean that Toronto can't pop their Kitsune in about 3 seconds and use it, right? And try to reverse the map. It's exactly what they just did. But it gives them an opportunity to get a better team fight. And because they created that and did that, look what happened. Right? Also, did my map just reset there and just go back in time?
Need to come up with something here, and they're just losing another one. They've laid down this rush map, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to win this fight.
No, as soon as the rush goes down, they end up losing their Lucio, right? So you don't really
But did you see what I mean? How that was a team fight that on paper Toronto Defiant should win, but M80 played it differently, recognized what they have ult-wise, and then made a play off of that. Do you see why that was good? Right? Like why that play was such a good like idea by them? Because like you can't just sit there and face tank the Kitsune. In these type of games, you will lose that unless something ridiculous happens. So you have to find ways to make a play, and they did. Now Toronto snowballing them, but look at the bot, by the way. Bot hasn't moved. Bot just started moving now.
I feel like you're only worried, really. You're only really worried about giving up the checkpoint. Like, you know, if you're Toronto, like, sure, you gave up, you know, 50, 55 meters, but like, giving up that checkpoint, like, when it starts.
How long is the flight from California to Mass? Well, I'm flying from Massachusetts to California. It's about 6 hours.
Together, and it goes deeper and deeper.
On the way back, it's about 5 hours because like the tailwind. But yeah, it's a long flight. I wasn't joking when I said like, if I decide to go to London, it's literally like the same flight time. London's probably like an extra 30 minutes.
Middle of the map potentially here to try and get a fight.
Basically, I'm on the exact opposite side of like the U.S. So like California's on this side, and I'm on that side.
This bot has to make a big like U-turn.
Compared to like when I lived in Vegas and you could drive 4 hours, there was a 45-minute flight. So.
Ooh, nice spear. They're trying to push Mera off high ground. They're trying to punish him at least somewhat for taking height. Someone is.
Oh, nothing's happening in London. Like when I was talking about maybe doing my honeymoon in like London or like Europe in general, like I was gonna fly to London first, and it was like around the same flight time. But we decided because I might be, I'm not saying I'm doing this yet. There's a chance I might be getting a house chat, which I'm super excited about, but we're not there yet. So I'm gonna before I even talk about it, I want to make sure everything goes through on that. So for us, we decided that for us, Lonnie and I decided that like we don't want to like if we have to do house stuff around like our wedding time, we don't want to do wedding and then go do like a huge like Europe trip. We want to make it like we want to be able to do like that type of Europe trip.
Like a frenetic pace to now just like a snail.
Like how do I explain it? We want to do a Europe trip more in a time where we can really not like we don't want to have to like do all like the house stuff while we're also going on like a a 2-week Europe trip, right? So.
Yeah, I think they thought they had Hawk.
Anyway,
I think they thought they had Hawk split off in this room.
We'll see though. Back to the game here. Basically, you're seeing a bunch of ults here. Toronto is in a decent spot with this ult because you can kind of burst through the Orisa ult. But Happy is able to go in there and make a play. Someone hits a huge ult there. I think this actually goes in favor of M80. I actually, M80 wins that. Wow. What a great team fight because it was actually looking like Toronto Defiant had them in a good spot, but M80 just clutched it out.
So. And Toronto Defiant lose control of the bots. M80 with a nice fight win, but they're not going to be able to get it too far at all.
Those EU streams are going to be great when they're when they're on vacation and we're watching me on vacation. Yeah, well, what about technically if I stream them, wouldn't that be an expense and then the whole trip is
a little bit of a classic overwatch fight. Everybody's saving up, and then everybody just kind of like dumping all these ultimates in. Now,
all right,
you're not going to be able to get any progress though, right? If you're
I better get a cup of tea with Meme in London. The only thing that I've been told from people about London is that I need to go eat at Spoons.
Primary fire, yeah.
That's all I've heard. Is that if I'm gonna look for good food, look for some like a nice night out, go to Spoons. That's what I've been told. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time with Sojourns, you hit a body shot and then you just
Tracer high ground. Good job by Pelican, just kind of delaying the point there. So
all the other way around.
Soggy Baguette. Thanks for the 3 months with the Friedrich Prime. So thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. Don't eat there. Why's that?
Difference maker for M80. He's got it already. Good stick.
So what about forks? We'll start with spoons.
Just tracking Pelican's pulse on pretty hard at the best of times.
Can I briefly explain what an ult economy is and what makes it bad/good? Ult economy is essentially where you have a bunch of ultimates and you're rotating them correctly, right? An example of bad ult economy is you're using 5 ultimates every time you have your ults, and then the other team has 2 ultimates. So a team that has good ult economy, let's say they use 2 ults to win a team fight, and you're using 5, they're going to constantly be able to out-rotate you on ults. So when it comes to ult economy, it comes down to how you manage your ultimates. And that's why ult economy is such a huge part. Also, I think Toronto's about to take the lead with 2 minutes left. This is not good for M80.
Just dump all the damage in his head.
Oh, some staggers here too. It's quite brutal. This is going to be checkpoint.
I mean, they got the checkpoint late.
They play. Like, they don't
I mean, this is not looking good for M80 because Toronto's going to get a little bit of bot time, right? They're going to have a Kitsune, and if you look right here, they're set up for the Kitsune plate in front of them so they can get more space. See what they're doing? So they actually hit him with that early. Actually, a pretty good reaction by M80. Oh, what a pulse bomb. They traded, though. So to kind of give you some, like, oh, what a beat. Like, managing to get beat off there in time was perfect. What a play. But, like, the reason why Toronto does that, right, is because they know they have at least 2 more team fights. They used a lot of ultimates, yes, right? And technically their ult economy isn't good, but M80 is going to have to make a play here, right? So we'll see what happens.
And I think for M80, this is like a must-win fight coming up, right? You lose this fight, the bot
we'll see how this goes.
All the way back towards your territory. You're in like a 20 seconds.
All right, we have M80 with Sojourn Ultimate. So they're going to be able to lead off with this. The one thing that M80 cannot have happen right now. Oh, what a stick! Hey, cleanse. But they can now make this play. The one thing M80 cannot do is give up a free pick right now. If they give up a free pick right now, it's over. Oh, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. That disengage by Toronto was like flawless. Hawk still has ultimate, so happy. They traded both Lucios. So both Lucios got traded on. So there will be no... Oh, but Toronto, oh no! I forgot they had the checkpoint. So Toronto gets the instant spawn. They have a 5v4. M80 has to back up. I forgot about that because I thought the timing was there. It was just in time, so they ended up getting the early. They got the good spawn, like the instant spawn. Hawk does trade on merit though. Trigger Free has to set up for a late touch here. They can touch, and it's coming down to this pulse bomb. If this pulse bomb manages to get somebody, there's a chance.
The damage from Sugar Free is good. The pulse bomb needs to connect.
There's the cleanse. M80 takes it. I think. Unless Merritt gets 3.
There's the lead taken, and M80 aren't out of this just yet.
We got ourselves a game, chat. Let's go. M80.
In the final seconds.
What a match. There we go. That's what we were expecting, right? That's what we want. Yeah, apparently, JP, they were saying that we're one of the, like, Flats and I are going to be one of the few streams that have the prelims on Twitch, too. That's the only way you can watch it.
To really reinforce the lore for, like, the birthdays, they should just do, like,
it's going to be pretty cool.
On their birthdays whenever
how would that reinforce the lore?
I'm excited.
Because everybody becomes stronger on their birthday.
True?
Okay, we want to see a good start from M80 right here, okay? Come on, M80, you can do it.
Absolutely, I make sure I go on my birthday.
Only on your birthday.
I just want to see a 2-2. That's why. I just want to see a good matchup. So, like I said, it's not about, like, what team we want to win, because I want to see good Overwatch. I just want to see good matches, right? It's probably on Prime, J-Nuts, if I'm going to guess. Or are you talking about this stream? You talking about the boxing or this stream?
Point has been capped by M80, but looks like Ultraviolet caught off. But M80 decides, you know what? If you take our back, we'll take yours.
Good start there for both teams. But Pelican. There we go. That's what M80 needs. Let's go. The prelims? I don't know. I think it's probably on Amazon or Prime. Because it's their event, right? I think PBC's Amazon Prime. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's
when's the football match we're watching? Sunday, next Sunday.
I think their comp with the Tracer is just like a little bit.
The football streams are hilarious, by the way. I just want to point that out. Anybody who's watched us do the A7 FL sponsored streams, it is hilarious. And this is the grand finals, yes.
God, Merritt landing a swift headshot there onto Pelican, who's almost got a pulse bomb. All that damage he did last fight. Here we go. Ring around the Rosie. Pockets full of pulse bombs.
window early from Toronto. I mean, just win. Did they? Yeah, they're gonna window. 100%. They got the counter window. I was gonna say, do they give up the point? But there's zero reason to do that. They have the ultimates. They have the play. Someone's gonna touch though. I think M80's taking this first point. Yeah, I think M80 has that. There's just no way they can try to touch, but like, yeah, M80 just wins that. Hey, good start. I mean, M80 needs starts like that. Great start. Great start.
And I think Toronto would actually probably want to swap.
Like, you'd love to see that,
what
chat.
M80 is doing on their side, but you have this blade now, right? So you're not just gonna give the blade up for nothing. So feels like you have to use it here. And then I'm curious, do they kind of switch off the Genji and maybe even bring a Sojourn, or do they kind of keep going forward with this?
Yeah, maybe we'll see. I mean,
a blade from Sugar Free here will be interesting. Chad, are you ready for a POV of a Genji just popping their deflect and then backing away? We'll see. I mean, maybe they'll get value here, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Get ready.
Have a look, Sugar Free.
Forces recall.
He wants to get in there. There's the blade. It's been pulled. Ultraviolet laying down that lamp. He hasn't got a dash anymore. And with that giant terror,
hey, there you go.
Reflect kill on the Hawk, in fact, just shot himself.
He says your loss rate is the highest in this game mode. You know, little side note. Can we get like win rates?
Oh dear.
Like can I get like a win rate for maps? I know they have that data, so like I think it'd be great to have that. I want to see what maps I'm bad at, so I know where to focus my improvement on. I also want to know if I think I'm bad at the map, but I always win at it, that maybe I'm just good at the map.
Already.
Yeah, I mean that was good. I mean, Sugar Free made a play there.
Have what, like, you know, one, maybe two.
Toronto has window. M80 has a see, like it's window versus window here. It's really gonna come down to who just pops off there.
Windows available too. M80 and Toronto Defiant. A little bit more deadly for M80s. One fully charged railgun behind that window is a death sentence.
Good start by someone.
First, though. Okay, not
good.
All
right. Toronto does get a limbs. Yeah, this is going to be 1-1. 1-1. Even with Hawk there, it won't matter.
It's a pretty scrappy trade. Here's the duel of the century now. Orisa versus Orisa. Thank God it was over before it started.
It wasn't Orisa versus Orisa. The Lucio was there.
For Toronto.
It wasn't a fair 1v1.
Yes, someone does have some help there with Vega, as they kind of displace Hawk, just kind of moving all around.
Here we go.
Gets hit with a spear as well, so it'll be the Toronto Defiant kind of staying with this Genji, so getting some value.
This is the NA Grand Finals, just so you know. Earlier we watched the EMEA. This is the NA one. There's different regions.
For the backline of M80, he's going to probably have another opportunity here for a really.
So M80's setting up in the next one here. Now they have swapped to the Kiriko the rest of the way. And my guess is they're switching to the Kiriko because it also plays well in the rest. Oh, what a javelin!
I mean, that was the easiest shot onto Merritt, who was just standing there, but it was the spear that connected. Oh my god, it's so funny watching the Cassidy's just get flung back.
Oh, they have Blade again in a second, and they have Wait. This may not be good.
Yeah, that's gonna force a complete
yeah, they're gonna sound barrier, but they can back away, disengage. They have two ultimates. They're gonna go with Blade. Wait, I feel like they might have. Oh no, they use Cleanse too. I mean, they can Blade this if they want.
I mean, Happy's already dead. Do you even need
I don't even know if they need to exactly.
A little bit pressure on the point. That's exactly what they're gonna do. Is
yeah, they know they don't have Cleanse. That's why they just all in. So the reason why they all in the Orisa is they have no Cleanse. The cooldowns are already used. Oh, what a javelin! That was actually a smart play by Toronto because they recognized that like they couldn't do anything. And look at the ult usage. Remember how we talked about ult economy? Look at Toronto Defiant right now.
Exactly where everybody was.
You seeing that?
Health bars. Maybe somebody was like, you know,
that's really good.
Spot in terms of, you know, health and position. You needed to use it to save them, but
that was really good.
You know, you
love to see it.
37%, but it puts you at a huge disadvantage now moving forward on this point.
And so many ultimates in Toronto too. And if they really wanted, they could aggro beat, but you just got to throw Blade in. I think Sugar Free's just going to try and go at it again. Terror Surge comes in. Suzu, oh,
huge.
That was half a second too
good
late.
trades, but they lost their M80. Wait, M80 should be able to win that. I just talked about ult economy, but I actually think M80's in a really good spot to take this, and they should not have won that. That was a huge pick. Has Pelican played Torb yet? Not yet, but don't be surprised to see Pelican play Torb on a map. Been a lot of Tracer for Pelican so far. A lot of Tracer.
That pulse bomb from Pelican.
I agree with you, Fever. I'm really glad they allowed people to show like their you know,
I think they kind of catch
adds a little bit more of that. What do the people describe it as? Like,
pushing on in
like player
that,
expression.
and, Toronto
like you're able to kind of just showcase, like, you know, how you want to, you know, what skins you have, what weapons you have.
Just like kind of waits for a
so
second.
it's really cool to
and
see.
Pushes on in and just cleans everybody up.
All right, slowly now. M80 have taken the lead as Toronto Defiant try and make their ascent onto this high ground. High Noon's going to make it a little bit easier.
Ooh, Sugar Free gets the trade on the Happy though. Davris is dead.
Hawk just suffering so much damage.
Yeah, this is a tough spot for. I'm gonna be honest with you. M80. Don't be surprised to see them just go to the next point. I don't. They know the tracers to the left. They heard the tracer, and they're not doing it.
1.0.
I don't think it's kind of like a team strategy here, but like there's no way they're gonna let them touch the point correctly.
Another fight here. They kind of
Okay, nope. Pelican made it. All right, you're good. They're underneath now too. Good job by. Oh, there we go. There's the play I talked about, chat. Honestly, smart play by Sugar Free. Holy crap!
He just dashed in front. Didn't think maybe Sugar Free was gonna swing.
That was clutch.
Sugar Free just kills two.
Like that was really quick decision making to make that play. Wow. Now, M80 does have ults, really good ult economy, so there's this kind of thing where a Toronto might have to go into kind of ult building mode, and then try to do 2 dry fights, and if they win one of them, then they can win the game, and if they don't, they can stack their ultimates with the last point. They're not thinking we're going to lose the point, but they have that backup plan as like, if it gets tough, they can just save their ultimates. So we'll see.
You lose the fight, but you saved ults, yeah.
This has been such good Overwatch today, by the way. I appreciate y'all hanging out and watching all day long with me over the past few days of OWCS. I know it's been a long 4 days of co-streams, but the matches have been worth it, and just hanging out with chat, it's all been worth it, chat. Appreciate y'all.
Not pulse, Magnade over the top. And here comes the body block from someone. He's trying to make this one work. There's a couple of skulls built up, but any
wait, what?
ends up going down.
Oh no, they might be able to trade on merit though. That is a good trade.
Frame of that ult.
Okay, great job by M80 to trade there. Great job.
With a kill onto Merit and Vega, as the point is theirs once more.
That is pretty fortunate that they find those 2 kills right after, as Merit now will go over to the Sojourn, so wants to play this is a little bit more.
Yeah, the body block is so that the Orisa gets speared, not the Cassidy. It's a good play. Doesn't work perfectly all the time because they can take different like angles, but it's good.
Find that kill with the Deadeye. Being able to bounce back is huge there for M80. I mean, that could have been backbreaking.
High Noon, however, now you're going to have to contend with this window. Oh, Sugar Free's right there. No more deflect, but no more High Noon. Sound barriers from both sides. Terror Surge boops everybody in. And Merit in trouble.
Yo, I don't think they booped everybody in there. I think they booped everybody out. I'm going to be real with you.
Resets looking so strong from the Genji. Even a blade earned 2. Oh, nice deflection.
Wow. Good movement by Sugar Free.
I do not know. There we go. Eventually.
This boy G thinks of the 15 months of the Features Prime. You're right, that is almost the year. They give it the 15 months.
Clutch factor in him. He had that dog in him again, but it will be.
Looking forward to Ranked Monday. Yeah, we'll play Ranked tomorrow. If for some reason I don't stream tomorrow, chat, it's because I'm like resting my. I should be live tomorrow.
Whether his teammates live or not.
So I just want to avoid taking off Tuesday also. Because chat knows me. I just when it comes to taking days off, I try not to take. I usually don't do back-to-back sometimes. So we'll see.
We're gonna get close to a tie.
Oh, what a hinder!
Starts to go crazy.
Oh no, the Lucio! Oh, Vega got caught.
Uh-oh.
My liar of all people. There's the Suzu. It comes out. The deflection kill didn't end up coming through. It's actually Merit with a railgun shot onto Ultraviolets. Sugar Free in trouble. Instantly healed back up to full HP.
Crap. Also, Sugar Free is so good.
Try and make this last fight. A stagger kills here would be perfect for their game plan. And put them on match point as well.
Like if I try to spin around as Genji like that, even on high sense, I get lost.
Is that Lucio? There's no more taxi really available, and they're looking for more.
Yeah, I will be real with you. I think Toronto's taking this map.
The ability to just be able to keep Sugar Free alive is unreal there, as RuPaul keeping him up on the Kariko right as
they get touch.
Using that blade.
They can touch, but like it's not.
You find Pelican.
Let me see. I think it's today.
Merit's domain. Not today, Pelican.
I mean, you know, I don't know. They have to flip the point. I mean, there's an opportunity here. There's an opportunity. Wait a second.
From Happy, it comes back. It just isolates someone. Sticky bombs and focusing beam end up taking them down, but later rush here from RuPaul is going to make sure they surge on forwards. These later picks, these stagger kills. Toronto Defiant unwavering.
Wow.
In the all-out offense from M80. They're going to claim this 3rd point as soon as they clear off this pesky Tracer. There's no more dog in Pelican, unfortunately, as Toronto Defiant
Imagine if Hawk builds Winston out, pops off, it won't happen. Wait, beat?
A sound barrier comes in at the very end from Liar. It did hit two, but Hawk is dead. A victory.
So we're gonna have to see M80 do exactly what Space Station did if they want to win this. Holy crap.
Looking clean there.
Holy crap.
Genji, the supports.
They don't have to be up by 3, it's just first to 4. So they could win, if Toronto goes 4 to 3, they would win. If M80 goes 4 to 3, they would win. It's just first to 4. So right now it's currently 3 maps to Toronto, 1 map to M80.
Same exact comp that they ran on Midtown. So the Ash is
M80 has to win every match from here on out.
Like tons of value with the Dynamites walking up the street.
All right, M80
So we'll see.
as they plan for their attack phase. Let's get a quick listen in. See what's up.
Yeah, it's one camp, go right side.
So what they mean by spawn camp is a lot of players like to have the strategy of holding a little bit closer. That's what they're referring to.
Maybe?
Yeah, if they Genji.
I think Sojourn is good on this.
If they don't have Genji, we go kill Sojourn, right?
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
I'm saying bot.
I think they play maybe SG.
What's the, I mean,
Don't break.
Break?
Bray SG, I think.
Do I go break.
야, 오케이. 형도 바꿀래? 우리 조합 너무 구린데 지금.
I think it's Lucy Carey.
We change now. Wait.
Lucio
Yeah,
Carey?
SG, so.
Yeah,
So
run-
Cass,
Run down those. They're also.
Cass Tracer. Okay.
Tell me the shit.
On Lucio.
Lucio kill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start a little bit.
When someone drops point, we can go. We're faster.
All right, it's time.
I think.
Yeah, we can. Go left.
We can go top.
Yeah.
Yeah, come top left. We can map you.
You ready?
Yeah. 3, 2,
1, let's do.
He's here.
Epic.
We're so close. We're so meeting.
Where's the
right.
Where's
So I see you kind of talking about the headset there in a second. I'll explain why the mics sound like they do in a second.
Go.
Break first.
Yeah.
That's Hawk making the call out there. Good job. Nice start. I mean, that's a good start for M80. So, nice job.
Are we on, I think?
I'm gonna wait. Okay, so the reason why they have their mics like that is because a lot of the times they have to use, they need to have closed air headsets, right? So because you don't want to hear your teammates because they're at, I think M80's in like a team house or like they're in the same area. So you need to have an over the air headset. So the mic quality is not the best sometimes in those headsets. Because like I'm using like this type of mic, but imagine being in a room with 5 people and you're all using this mic. You're not going to hear anything. You're just going to hear your teammates echo through 5 mics. They have the headsets designed to kind of prevent that. You know what I'm saying? And the mic quality on those headsets aren't the best, but they work. So,
unfortunately, that railgun landing in merit should be.
But that's why.
Fight. I mean, Toronto Defiant now just on a slow bleed out. It's a very quick push.
Basically, if they used the mic I have, they would all hear each other. That's why they do that.
It's very hard to get it around this corner. We see a lot of teams being stalled here, so you take this with time. Look at that, 4 minutes to go through the caves now.
Yeah, and I wonder how long. I mean,
it's only one dude though. It could just be their mic is like. Some players might have the mic closer to their mouth, so they're talking. Other players will put the mic a little bit further away, so maybe when they're talking to the mic, it just adds that dynamic to it. You know what I'm saying? Some people like the mic really close. Some people like the mic further away.
Like chip damage doesn't really matter.
Oh, good boot by Lion.
Yeah.
Where's the bomb? Not sure, but it's not in the fight. That is something I do know. Terror Surge.
Oh, Hawk is.
Waiting to stick in this pulse.
Listen, I can be good in games, but no, Hawk is unreal. Not even close. Hawk is amazing. Great player. Great player.
Yeah, so maybe now you can get more value out of it, right? Because you kind of slowed things down. Now you can control the high ground, where before it was just kind of the constant flow and push from M80. So we'll see if Toronto's comp starts to come alive a little bit, right? It's going to be a little bit harder to kind of like speed up through this high ground.
I mean, I'm okay. You know, I'm not okay at the game. Yeah. I have my moments. I would say that this is probably not my meta as much with the Orisa because I just get impatient.
Right, we'll
but
see how Toronto Defiant respond.
Where'd I get my mic boom arm? Amazon, I can't remember when. It's a road. That's all I got. That's all I got for you. I'm sorry.
He's like kind of right at the back here with RuPaul.
But that's a good thing. I could add that the boom arm to my YouTube thing they have on there now.
Like that. And in fact, no, they're just gonna flip again.
It's Rode. R-O-D-E. R-O-D-E.
How much they close the gap between these two teams. Now they're so much closer together as opposed to Toronto controlling that.
What a stick onto live from Sugar Free. They wanted to try and
You'll probably find something similar on Amazon. They might even be better quality now too. I mean, this is already really good quality. They might have changed them over the years, but this one's always worked for me.
5 people from M80 looking and shooting at him.
So what they're doing right now is just staggering Happy.
Stagger here.
Then they eventually will shoot at Happy to wait for their teammates to get back, and then also to be able to make sure they don't one-shot their teammate randomly. So that's why they do that.
A really nice job. I actually thought M80 kind of like rotating around them.
Well, the reason why I can move the mic like this is because this part up here, you can kind of adjust it. So that's why I'm able to move it around a lot more than some of the stands. That's why I like it a lot.
I thought it was really good.
Although one time it just fell off, but that was my fault because I kept moving it around way too much.
This is where, you know, this Ashe becomes really strong, right?
What's the difference between this league and OWL? This is just think this is open division contenders and OWL all in one. There isn't like the, no, it's a lot different, way different than it was before. But I think overall, as long as they keep doing what they're doing and, you know, Overwatch continues to grow the way it has been, and, you know, I think it will eventually get to a really cool spot. So I'm excited. Out of curiosity, Chad, how many of you kind of just started watching esports when we started doing like the watch streams, like the watch parties?
You're only
like did people did have people in chat not even just watch any of the esports until they started to watch a lot of these matches and stuff?
Here for M80, before you
okay, I was just wondering on that one.
They had a really good point they take.
I mean, I'm just curious because I know like for some people it could be completely new too, so it's like an introduction to it also, which is really cool. Oh, like wow, quite a lot of people. Heck yeah.
They managed to get Hawk out of there. Terror surge for someone.
This is also why for years we've been kind of like asking for co-streams because we feel like
dislodged around the corner, but it's still
like we get to watch these matches and hang out, and it's also a way for, you know, chat to be able to get involved in esports and like it more, right? That's why for years we were like, please let us co-stream. They're like, no.
Obviously no Lucio, but this Brig over health
now we can.
Just going to be so hard to take.
Only watched the World Cup before. Oh yeah, I mean, so you kind of like just started recently too with World Cup. World Cup was good. So
to the test of the damage.
I mean, I think you're just using the sound barrier and everything there to just try.
All right, here we go. Said you watched the WL and got tokens across 3 platforms, and when you combined your account, you had 12,000 Overwatch League tokens. That must have been a nice surprise. I'm gonna be honest with you right now.
It's so difficult for Happy there.
This is not looking good for M80. It doesn't mean they can't win this because Hawk does have an Arista ultimate to kind of like get a good cooldowns out.
To get some damage in.
But this is looking tough. I mean, keep in mind, at the same time, getting first point in this map is very difficult. So, like, it's not over yet for M80 at all, and I don't think M80 is going to be discouraged. I really don't.
Monastery will end here, and Toronto Defiant have a clear goal in mind. Get it to those caves, get it up that ramp, and take victory from M80.
Yeah, it's obviously good there from M80 getting that first checkpoint, but no, then it was all Toronto.
You came from the Overwatch team I was going to. Heck yeah, you came from Apex. That's fun. Play a little bit. I mean, so you're from Apex, so you know, like,
in fantastic positions.
You know, you kind of know where like the watch parties have been for both like games like Apex and Valorant. Like they're super popular. And I think, and keep in mind, if Overwatch can continue on the pace that they are, I think you'll start to see even the co-streams do a lot more if they continue to do what they're doing. So pretty cool.
Let's get Toronto listening to compare.
Oh, if they upgrade, we can just.
It's like
yeah.
Okay. We can walk it down. Okay.
You can have
oh yeah, it really has, hasn't it, Bank? Like it really has, which is awesome to see.
Maybe like I think we don't need a hard push top. I think we can just first point.
I mean, Cruddy, that's impossible to ever answer that question, you know?
Like randomly.
Okay, let's listen to the calls too now. Let's see.
I'm always nervous at finals, just normal.
Break, okay.
This came out of nowhere.
You don't want to get Jet? Just Tracer? No, Tracer better. Tracer better. Yeah.
They're shooting first enemy Tracer and ready for walking top, okay?
If I'm risk wasting you can't walk top, okay?
Yeah.
Alright, it's time.
Alright, we're back in. There you go, someone calling just to force out Tracer.
I still would have loved to hear more of the comms there, but
hopefully waiting for Merits to get a pick.
Yeah, as you'll see, a mirror of the Ashe here, right? So, gonna play that Ashe on the high ground here. Just try and get some more chip damage as
that makes sense, Taco. Yeah.
These narrow.
Been watching ALGS for ages. Oh,
right?
ALGS is great.
The entire map.
I mean, honestly, I've been using the site that Nicewig uses, and it's great to have the option in between all those like streams too when we are able to do that. So, next OWCS, we're gonna have a pretty cool system there where I can kind of make it so we're watching a lot of different streams going back and forth. So, did cool Orisa again? Yeah. Hopefully by Dallas, it won't be a lot of the Orisa.
Good aim from Sugar-Free to.
So not a bad team fight there. 1 minute off the clock for M80.
That's absurd.
Wait, what?
I mean, that you shouldn't win fights like that. I mean, that is just so stupid that Pelican and
M80 just won that.
Absolutely dominate there towards the second half of that fight. Do I think they're going to be able to get like a whole tier? Like,
oh yeah, I mean the co-streams there too in CS have been great. I mean obviously Flom does a ton of them, and he's been loving them for years now.
That potentially stops a lot of progress there. So that's
wow. This is actually a really good start for M80, by the way. A very good start.
Smacked by Merit. That's a window and a bob used by M80 to try and control the high ground, and they lose a Tracer. Uh-oh, and now I don't think Li's going to survive this one, sadly. 1 HP.
Yeah, but like that's fine.
And there we go. Okay.
I mean, I think that's fine though. Like, I mean, they had such a good start and they have the opportunity. Oh no. I mean, Hawk's going to die in point, but they can still retake. I mean, here's the team fight. If M80 can get up here right now and win this team fight, they can full hold this. If Toronto wins this team fight and they do have a lot of ults, then it gets a lot more tough. A lot tougher because they have to go up. They don't have to push it far, so we'll see.
You see how far away he is. Sugar-Free going to go for a spawn camp on him?
No, he's just trying to get a pulse on the Brig, I think. Oh, what a stick! Shifted out of there, but it was too little too late. Happy.
What a stick.
From Sugar-Free.
And you know what? I mean, if Toronto ends up winning, you have to admit Sugar-Free has been, like, unreal.
4 minutes to go, and look at where this golden bolt to victory is.
Like, Sugar-Free's been unreal.
I mean, that is a long-range pulse bomb there from Sugar-Free as he lurks up. We had a little bit more lurking here. Look at this, someone pushing over the corner. The Pelican actually.
Yeah, I mean, you're going in here for your. This is
he actually just jumped into that window, spots them.
I don't know what to expect here. I mean, this is.
They were gonna walk right into that Terror Surge, no speed to get out.
Oh, M80. They gotta try summon here. Skenji's so far away from the blade, obviously, like you just said, Matt, only just swapped. Terror Surge available from M80 as well as that rally. The rally's the big one.
You know, it kind of reminds me of why, like, SSG ended up winning earlier, too. Remember how good Psycho was on Tracer? Like, no matter what was happening, Psycho was helping out?
In their time bank to play with.
Like, so good.
Yeah, a lot of ultimates for M80. I think if you're the Defiant, you have to
okay, I'm glad you enjoyed those.
That.
By the way, Toronto's slowing it down a little bit because they just need to build up their ultimates. They are kind of letting M80 back in it, but they basically, Toronto has the ability to kind of chill for a second here. M80's the one at the back foot.
Here's the window from RuPaul.
Going for a window flank. Oh, this might be it. This is a great play. It was a great play. They got the limb on Happy, but like. Oh no! But wait, Merit didn't mean to do that. They know the Brig's low. Someone doesn't have all either. They're all into the Brig. That might be it. Sugar-Free's going for this. Misses the pulse though. Pelican's getting close to Blade. That might be it. GG's. Yeah, Toronto brought their A+ game. I mean, M80 still played well, but Toronto brought their A+ game. I mean, what else can we say? So there you are. Today's champions are Toronto Defiant and Spacestation game. But we had some good matches today. That was really cool to see. We've had a nice few days of co-streams, but I'm going to go eat some food. I'm going to hop off pretty early here. Thank you a ton for watching, chat. Seriously, chat. Thank you for all the love. I appreciate y'all.